An airship.
Yeah, I'm on a
So,
motherfucking
everybody
boat.
say hi to the stream, with all our
Hi, stream.
massive viewers.
They came to watch me.
No.
It says, it says,
Flex.
it says one, which means it's one of y'all hanging out in the stream.
That's me.
Right,
That's
me.
me. This guy.
It's always you.
I like to watch.
That is why I have a second tab open that is not the DM account.
In the closet?
You'd be happy to know I've gotten a third screen, so now I can have my powers and my character sheet up at the same time.
Oh man,
Wait,
Yeah.
but what's on the third one then? Because that's only 2.
the map.
Powers, the map, and the character sheet. So that way I can't not look at my
You,
abilities.
you can't complain. I have 2 copies of the map up. I have most of y'all's power sheets open in the background because none of y'all know your crap.
I am not complaining. I'm swaggering.
So to recap, y'all made it to
All I
Rockport.
need to know is that I've got an ability called Donkey Punch. So I think I just win the fucking game. You need to think long and hard about
So
your decision to give me an ability called Donkey.
I named that. That was me.
you
This
can
guy.
thank Grievant. So for starters, Kormon, that is your new class. Your new quote unquote class is due to the magical potion that you got last session. We're just gonna say you drank it, and that's the result. You have a brand new class.
Fuck yeah!
That fits you
Did
much
mine
better.
affect my pinky?
I know Kung Fu.
Not yet.
Flex.
Aw,
But Kormon is bigger and buffer now,
that's not fair.
and he is now strength based.
Oh, yeah. That means
I just want my pinky back.
It did affect some of your stats though, because the class changed and stuff. But you're pretty much equal on across the board.
Wait, did Coromon get dumber?
No,
Maybe.
but some of his defensive stats dropped a little bit because he didn't have all the monk bonuses.
Oh, fuck yeah. I woo.
You dropped the
no
tiny
effect
bit.
his intelligence went up by 1.
I think I got more hit points now, though.
Yeah, you did. Because you're a melee character, like tanky type melee character now.
Hey, you can
So-
help me.
We left off. Y'all had just defeated, well, quote unquote, defeated the Lamia by getting it arrested, which is a first.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
The Lamia was arrested. The pixie was brought out of her. Was proven that it wasn't who she thought it was, and so that led y'all to my music not even playing. That's what it led to.
Yeah.
Did it lead us to a team?
Cue the bard!
And in the end, that led y'all back to the airship where you've all signed up to go join the war effort over on Emberwood Island. That is the TLDR because I did not get to write all my notes up like I normally do today, which is I always write the intro before the session so it's fresh. Because I go back and watch the VOD, and I didn't have that chance today because my work computer crashed. So we're going with that. You guys are kind of little known heroes, but the airship that you guys are on has said that they will depart the next day, which it is the next day, in the afternoon. So it is the morning of the next day. You guys are low on supplies. And why can I
That's
hear
not
that?
true. I have 10 bottles of wine.
I have a bottle of water and that's it.
I have 7 days worth of food. That's about it.
No, this music is just quiet, that's why. Whatever. So that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are starting out the morning on the ship, on the airship. You rode wherever you wanted to, blah, blah, blah. Besides y'all and the massive group of NPC followers that you have at the moment, there seems to be roughly 40 to 50 other people aboard the ship. You've caught glimpses of various people. There's been halflings and there's 1 or 2 elves that are still on the ship despite most of them being at the war. There's a couple Goliaths. There are a couple Dragonborn. Humans. Just a variety of everything in the world is aboard this ship at this point. And a lot of dwarves. And so we pick up here in the next morning. You guys know you need to go get items, you need to visit town again. And the whole point of this session is to 1, introduce our guests, and 2, kind of get everybody back on the same page. And get things flowing again. And get the airship up and going into the air.
I don't know how to do any of this.
You're fine. We're not. Y'all are perfectly fine. You get to watch for now.
Welcome
So-
to my world.
Yeah, my brother is what on his 3rd week. Something
Watch
like that.
your mouth. In character, I'm con free.
Where's all my music? Why is it not playing?
Hoping to impress Doran across the ship, not facing him.
Doran feels a slight itching on his right ear. He's like, what is that?
He flexes so hard he creates like magic. You can smell it.
Yeah.
Are y'all
It's just
able-
sweat.
Is the music playing for y'all?
Yes.
Faintly.
Yes.
I'll turn it up a
So
little.
we're still docked
Yes.
at the town?
Still
Yes,
docked.
we're not leaving till this afternoon. I remember that much.
Oh, okay.
I hope so. I just said that.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Paying attention.
I totally remember you saying that, not just
Is
remembering.
Elrod Flowers still
Elrod, roll for flower.
Oh yeah, I gave her flowers. Is that charisma missed?
Yeah. That's just straight charisma.
Roll a 1.
16.
She liked the flowers. I mean, you didn't really have to do much to impress her. So the next morning, you guys find yourselves. It's the main core of you. Aelith has been drafted in to play with some local other bards and stuff that are upon the ship. But the main group of you, Firebeard, Beard of Fire, Elrod, Dorn, are able to leave the ship. Aelith is staying behind because Aelith is not here. And Taliba, Elvi, and Umbra have jobs upon the ship, as does Molly. And the 2 servants / friends of Wallace are going to stay behind so we have less tokens to keep up with.
Cool.
Because your NPC follower base is ridiculous. It can only get worse if you guys pick up
Get more,
Talos
get more.
and Remuse along the way.
Can't help that I'm popular.
I don't know. I kind of want Telos to live, so let's leave him there.
You have to launch him at the Kraken. It's the only way.
Yeah, just tie him up. No, don't even tie him to it. Just put him on a catapult. Ready stand, like a football player, but on a catapult.
So, it is to y'all. You guys can start out hanging out on the ship. You can head right into town.
Elrod is dallying.
Dallying.
He's helping Elvira do whatever it is that she needs to do, but he's hanging out with Taliban and Elvira and just catching up on other things. I know they did a lot of catching up, but
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they did.
he'll find something to chat about. Any of y'all want to drag him along? You might need to give him a grab him or smack him, yell at him.
I'll go and find Elrod.
I hate to change it to the health bars. They're all raised up now.
So you think you're in your quarters?
No, we're
No,
just,
they're
you know,
on the ship.
Oh,
They're just everybody's up on the upper deck at this point, or
I'll
most
go and-
everybody.
Do I have to roll to search for Elrod?
No.
It's a pretty big ship.
He's
The
he's
big
smart
ship.
enough to not delay her from her duties. I feel like he's used to ships.
Duty.
You can just follow her.
Yeah.
Hey, Elrod.
What?
We're gonna go into town and grab some supplies. We're gonna need some extra hands to hold them. I think you can break away for a little while.
Yeah. No. I'm just helping out. Sure. Let's go.
Run along,
Alright,
Elrod.
Cool. Elvira, any requests? Taliba requests while we're in town?
Swords!
Oh, swords. Okay. Any type of sword?
Nah, I got this scimitar. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Everyone just
Stay.
chuckles and ruffles her hair.
Elvira just kind of ruffles his hair as he walks off. Taliba just pats the scimitar that she just talked about.
What did she say to him? Sorry, Kovan and.
She said, run along, Elrod.
Very well. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna give him that look as we're walking away and elbow him a little bit. Ah,
What?
nothing.
I was just helping her out.
I know. I'm just really happy for him.
Thanks. I need to roll
I
sleight of
like, I like how half the group is just using chat.
hand. He does not hide the fact that he's blushing really well. I impose a -10 on myself. Uh-oh.
Aye.
And I'm glad you're not dead.
Thanks. I'm glad you're not dead either.
I should make Cormon roll sneak, but I'm not going to.
I say you and I have done a pretty good job of keeping everyone not dead.
I mean, you know, we try, but
We don't get a lot of
dear
recognition
Lord.
for that, I feel. But
no, we don't.
I
It's like we're
appreciate it.
underappreciated. Yeah, that's
He
okay.
pats you on the back. Well, I
Aw.
appreciate you, Kovan.
Aw, Elrod, you're too nice.
And Mona, Dan, if you're wondering who all these other NPCs are, don't worry about it. You'll meet them at some point.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I am rather an NPC.
I meant the other ones on the ship, not y'all.
Oh, right.
Oh god, Firebeard is
So,
typing now.
what should we get in terms of supplies? I mean, food. What do we need? How long is this journey?
Well, I still have my infinite flask thing, so I'm good on water. But food, any niceties you want for the trip. I don't recommend you pick up bulk broccoli again,
No,
Kovan.
no. Oh, it was.
Are
it
y'all
was
telling
one
me
time.
you want to
One
pick
ti-
up food from here?
That's a good point.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, things that will keep.
The
Oh,
tofu food. What are you talking about? The tofu food is great.
I mean, I have a little bit of salt jerky left in my pack, but that's...
Maybe we can go back to the house and raid it for the rest of the meat.
It wasn't.
No,
no
no, I'm
bugs.
not eating that again. It made all of us.
Maybe not risk that. That is a good plan, and no, I'd be with you. But
Fairly certain those were scarabs.
yes, it was an illusion. Or was she hiding? no, I'm sorry. I had to say it.
Well, is there a town maybe along our way where we can pick
No.
up some real? Of course not. Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna pull up the map and check that after he says no.
Depends on which
I'm
way the
assuming-
airship goes.
Actually, depends on which way we go on the airship. We could end up stopping in certain area we could stop at along the way, but
The closest point that y'all could stop, if you go have any more stops between here, and meaning y'all go straight east, y'all don't go south or anything, is the Temple of Coralon.
well, we may stop by the temple again. That could be interesting. Although I'd rather not run into my mother again. As we're kind of going to war. Oh,
What the fuck, Coralon?
when this back bouncing.
Does Coralon even know Morse code?
Yeah. Corvon, it's like you're trying to tell us something, but I can't figure it out.
It's Morse code in pecs.
You seem like your muscles are twitching.
He's using the left peck as a dash, I think. Sorry.
Don't follow.
Oh, good God.
So we need to pick up more oil, is what he's trying to say.
Sure.
Oh God. Cormon, don't you have enough oil?
Could never have enough oil.
Alright, well, let's go into town for Coromon's oil.
You're right. I
Touch
think that
get
I
the
don't feel
extra
that
shiny
Elrod has
kind
had
this
enough
time.
oil.
Well, I mean, Elrod, you could use the oil too.
For what? I don't-
Reasons.
I don't oil myself up like well, not whatever Koromon is.
Well, maybe not yourself, but you got friends.
Why would I oil
Jesus.
any of you up?
I think he's implying that it's
not-
lube.
Lube?
It's alright, I'll explain it later.
Okay.
Good God.
Like, that's the one thing Cormon knows.
I'm not a mechanic. I don't need
Expert.
lubricant.
And that was the last time that Mona and Dan ever
Yeah,
played.
it seems. I think
I don't know,
his
considering
armor's
Dan's
doing pretty good. It's not squeaking at all. So
Considering-
it
Yeah.
should be fine.
considering Dan's first character choice that I had to kind of veto. I don't think that's gonna drive him off.
I vetoed it, and it was my second one.
That's true.
Oh no.
All right,
It was too good for the world.
so into town
Dorn
we
is
go.
just gonna head back into town.
All right,
He isn't really gonna pal around with his semi.
that is not the right map. That's okay because I didn't drag the thing over. Perfect. Here's the map of Rapport. You guys are up here by the very fin of the random airship token I dropped off there. So Dorn's the first one on into town.
Well, yeah, Elrod follows along too. Whenever everyone starts to go.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
I don't care about how big your tokens are.
Elrod is a large boy.
Drag your own tokens onto the board as you guys show up.
Hey, question.
Yes.
Does the kingdom have real meat?
Does the interior, like the castle,
Yeah.
that is something you could find out.
meat.
by wandering through the town and asking questions around town and stuff. Let me turn the music down
Can
a
I
little
walk
bit.
around sniffing the air for meat?
Like Elrod does for arcane magic.
That'd be a perception check.
With
A meat
advantage.
perception.
I smell blood. I smell fresh pig. Oh wait, that's just.
Just pigs.
Oh, that's
Oh my god, I just noticed that damn name. Jesus Christ.
What?
What name?
Tan me hide?
What's that? What's the Tadme hide?
If you have to ask, you don't know. Who's missing?
Probably leather workers.
Everybody's there except for Beardfire. I'm not joking the parrot onto the board. The beard. So, you guys make your way into the trader's market. There's a bit of a hustle and bustle about the place. A lot of them, people kind of turning tail and not buying food because it is made of a tofu-like substance because of this town.
Am I still known as the people's champion of wrestling and punching and fighting?
Yes.
In the,
I wish you were the champion.
A few of
so
the
I'm
guards
definitely
high-five
strutting
you.
around.
Yeah,
I'm strutting around with the belt over my shoulders at home.
a few of the guards give you a high five as you walk by.
I'll be honest,
Uh.
if the food was that bad.
Yeah, what type of stalls are there here?
It's
What is
it's like your typical market. There's stalls with meat, there's vegetables, there's fruit stands, and there's people with various different farmers with various arrays of stuff. Some have like cabbages and lettuce.
Is it all food?
It's all food. It's just a
okay.
food market.
Do they
Is there any
spice it?
food eating competitions? Competitive eating lots and lots for prizes?
Possibly.
If you pay for the
Constant
food.
competitor. I'm always drawn towards the competition.
If it's a battle of endurance, Elrod might actually have a chance against you. Oh no, is there spices for sale?
Yes, there's spice. There's a few more things besides food here. All the like veggies and stuff are down in the vegans market.
Could we buy some spices and make things taste like meat?
That's what Elrod's planning on.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's a bacon spice.
Here, I'll just start adding what I want to my inventory and then ask at the end.
Yeah. Buy some bread and some I guess fresh veggie.
As you guys are meandering the market, I hope you two are ready because I'm throwing you into this.
Oh, the year.
You guys kind of meandering around the market. Cormon in particular, who's taller than everybody, bigger than everybody, and is more focused
Meandering,
I'm
strutting.
cowering in.
and strutting about the area. He eventually stumbles across a being that is much smaller than him, and I mean much smaller. In fact, she lets out a little yelp as she's kicked by a strutting Goliath who stands over 7 feet tall, and the creature you just kicked is a small female woman who stands roughly like 3'5".
Oh, Molly Part 2.
Is it a gnome?
It is not a gnome.
Oh.
She's wearing a like a kind of a tealish blue. I can't tell what color that really is. Like a dark greenish hood over her head. Yeah, she's got leather armor on, and she seems to have just a massive array of various weaponry. Most of it looks like she can't even wield it. It's just stuck on. Some of the blades of the bigger swords are dragging on the ground. She's just covered in pouches. There's pouches all along her hips, hanging from her body in various places. And she's got this hood on with a cloak that kind of covers it all up.
Make way, tiny ball of death. The people's champion's coming through.
Ouch! Hey, can you move? I cannot see the sun. Please, sir.
Elrod, don't be rude to the little folk.
Elrod, can you translate? I don't understand that.
She's
So-
speaking common.
It's common.
Hey, I'm down here talking to you. Please, move yourself.
It's the distance. I can't hear it. It's so far down there.
Oh my god.
Coromon.
Elrod, what stands before him, looks like a halfling.
Arcana? What check would I make? History?
History.
20.
No, because this is a very rare race.
Ironically.
Well, clearly it's a halfling. Don't bother her. Just because she's smaller than you doesn't... You're bigger than everyone. Just because people are smaller than you doesn't mean you get to kick them around.
Bretta, you just got called a halfling.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Did you say a halfling? I'm sorry. You cannot see the difference, right? They're just a little bit smaller than me. If you put it side, he's just a little bit smaller. Just a kender.
Actually,
a kender, good
real
sir.
quick,
Yeah.
I looked it up. You are actually smaller than halflings.
Fuck.
By like literally
Well, you're,
4 inches.
Sorry, my friend assumed your race. All right.
well, you're clearly not a
We'll be able-
dwarf. He's actually looking at you inquisitively now. Kind of like scratching his chin.
So if you're not a halfling, what race are you?
She's taller than a gnome, not as stout as a dwarf, and slightly smaller than a halfling.
So, can you come up here and save us from this embarrassing situation where maybe we can talk to this little thing?
Don't call her a little thing.
I'm sure
Can
she has a name.
I roll a dice just to
tell what's on
put
her?
myself
It's
and
literally 6 inches tall. You don't know. You can't
6
determine
inches, Koraman!
everything. It's the perspective. It's very. It's the distance is so far away that I can't tell.
Madam, I'm so sorry about my companion's language.
don't worry. Hey, sir, give me a moment. Can I roll a dexterity dice? Give me a moment. I want to just climb with his.
You want to climb
clothes.
Koromon?
Yes,
Does it
yes.
wear clothes?
Yes.
Mount Cormon.
Roll an. For you, you can do acrobatics.
Koromon, you don't mount a mountain.
So click on your token,
Or leather straps.
Mm-hmm.
and then click the skill button on the top left. And acrobatics is actually the first one, so all you gotta do is hit submit.
Okay. Submit.
She probably gets some sort of a bonus to climbing because my muscles are so well defined that it creates little handholds for her to use to climb up. Like a
Yes,
slick.
but you're covered in oil.
Oh, that's true. He is an oily boy. And he's not wearing much clothes.
So, as you start trying to clamber up this guy in frustration, you're reaching up. Once you get past the pants, you reach up into the bare skin of his very taut, like 15-pack that he sports, because it's just Koromon. And the first grip you get is just covered in like body oil. And
6-pack's got a 6-pack.
Would
And
you like a
a,
hand?
a few times you try, and you eventually get a footing, and you keep going. You grab a peck, you make your way up, and you finally get face up by holding him on either shoulder. And you're now looking eye level with this 7-foot Goliath.
That's a new
Oh,
one.
hello, you.
Oh, hello, sir. How are you doing? The weather is nice here. You can see everything. Oh, cool. What's your name?
What do you mean? You don't know me already? You don't know me by my reputation? My reputation precedes me, and if it doesn't, Kovan usually runs ahead and tells everybody.
Koraman, oh my goodness. Elros is covering his face and shaking his head in the court behind you, or to your side.
I mean, he wins one tournament and it's. Ugh.
What? One? Have we not? We've talked about this. I've told you of my.
Right, sorry, not in front of the
wins.
public. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Elros still feels
I'm just waiting on them to ask her name.
What's your name, miss?
Well, good sir, I'm bread and butter at your service.
From what
I'm
land
sorry.
do you
What
hail,
did you
miss?
say? Bread and butter?
Oh, no. Bread, butter. Bread, butter.
I mean, maybe I'm just really hungry, but I heard bread and butter.
Oh, no, sir, please don't eat me.
Oh, he won't eat you. Don't worry. Koromon's not gonna eat it. No, you're not.
Eat it.
Koromon.
Oh, no. Here, I have a bag here with a little shiny things. If you don't eat me, you can get one.
She's got so many pokey, spiky bits coming out that. Can you imagine how painful that would be?
The
if
most-
I ate her
Koraman,
and
are you
coming out the
actually
other.
fathoming eating this woman?
All
No, I'm
right,
trying to talk Koraman out of talking me into eating her.
all right. Roll perception.
Absolutely.
Who? I'm sorry.
All right.
Listen, I heard Kovan dare me to eat her,
21.
but
No,
That's fine.
Koromon, no.
I'm
Of
I'm
all
feeling
the-
a little mature.
Of all,
Koromon, you're so
of all the
impressive in
items
your feats of
this
strength.
creature is carrying, there's one that she actually keeps on the outside of her cloak, and it's strapped over, similar to how most mages would carry a staff. In fact, at typical glance, it looks like a staff, except the bottom of it is covered in metal and shaped into like a spear point. The top looks like a slingshot.
what's the symbol?
Hmm?
Did you say there was a symbol?
No.
Bunch of symbols on it?
No, I said it's a staff with a spear for the bottom and a slingshot for the top.
Oh. Your
It's
staff is curious.
A
I
weapon you
don't-
have never seen before.
What do you call that thing?
Oh, well, it's my hupak.
A hobak.
Hupak.
Hopak.
Gesundheit.
It's my hupak that I got from my grandfather and sister.
Wait,
You had a
Your
seizure.
grandfather was also your sister?
That's a long story.
Elrod completely believes everything you say. He's not questioning it. In fact, he almost has this childlike wonder in his eyes as he's studying your like exotic equipment. I see.
I'm confused. Elrod, is she fucking with?
No, Koromon.
Can I do an arcane check? Is she of Fey origin?
you can do an arcane check. She is not a Fey origin.
Okay.
Well, Bretta,
Well,
what are you doing in this city? Are you passing through? You don't look like you live here. Or
Are you
do-
here to fight the orcs?
Oh, I'm actually looking for someone. Let me get this paper out of his bag. Give me a moment. I'm going to grab his.
That'd be easy if you sit
Ear?
on his shoulder.
His ear.
Oh, yeah.
Here?
No, sorry. I'm going to sit on your shoulder. Give me a moment. Let me move myself.
She's gonna grab my rear?
Koromon, you
What's
have
happening?
a friend.
She's sitting on your shoulder now.
Okay, let me get my bag. Here, I need to get a guy called Koraman.
Yeah, it's Koromon. Kolomanko!
He's right here.
Koraman.
You found him.
Hey, Beardfire, look, I got a parrot on my shoulder now, too.
Oh Jesus!
Don't call people you just met animals. Oh, goodness.
Hey, I'm not
Koromon,
an
we need to
animal,
work on
sir.
your manners.
Well, I found
All that
something.
matters is my parrot bigger than Beardfire?
Yes, Brett is bigger than a parrot.
Yeah.
Which is a tiny creature.
Well, here I have something for you in this bag. I just found it outside. I don't know what it is, but it has your name on it. So yeah, take it.
Oh God, what is she?
Thank you.
I don't even know what this
What
is.
is it?
I don't know. I just found it in a.
What do you want me
In
to
there.
reach into a tiny little bag with like my pinky finger and get something out, or are you gonna get what's gonna happen?
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
it'd be a
open
bag.
it.
So, do you have something in mind, or are you making me make something up?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
You
Go
cannot,
ahead, Koromon,
cannot
reach in.
you cannot say yes to
I
an
feel like
either
I'm
or
gonna lose a
question.
finger here. I'm very suspicious.
No,
Koromon,
no,
you-
sir. I assure you, it's 80% secure. Yeah, 80%. You won't get that
Inside.
finger cut.
Yeah,
80%.
I believe you.
what could happen? Nothing could possibly happen. Giant stone
Koromon,
hands
it's okay.
of
If it
giant
eats your
granite
finger,
punching,
I'll
slamming.
put it back on.
It's just a tiny bag. Just
All right.
just do it
Yeah.
for us.
Koromon
I'll
opens the bag
feel
and he
you.
reaches in.
We're on a time limit here.
You making me
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it up?
What are we doing?
Okay. You reach into the pouch and you find, as you reach in, you pull out a small ring, and it's got your initials. It's got the initials of Koromon on it. It's an old ring that you had long ago when you first started your brawling days, and you'd lost it sometime in the past.
Amazing. Where did you get this? I thought I lost this in the face of one of my combatants. I punched him so hard it lodged the ring in there. It disappeared. And I don't know what happened to the guy. I don't know what happened to the ring. And here it is. Well, how did you come across?
Well, it just was on the floor, pick it up, and I was looking for you here. I have a lot of names here. I need to return everything. And you know what's funny? My bag is always full. I don't know why.
I don't think I must have.
While you guys are
Aside from my
discussing this,
finger.
there seems to be a small cat-like creature coming up behind Orod. It starts like sniffing at Orod's backpack, and not far behind it, chasing it across the town because the poor creature is
Oops.
not
Rolled
following
all of it.
orders very
I don't
well.
notice.
Is an elf with blonde hair.
Tinoch, what are you doing? Come back here! Get away from these strangers!
An elf? What kind
An
of elf?
elf.
Aw.
Like Temple of Coralon elf.
So,
Alright.
Eladrin.
No, elf. They
No,
both
okay.
worship Coralon. Not an Eldritch, he has
Sweet,
actual
but any,
eyes.
like thimble on
His
him?
actual eyes. Okay.
Oh god, he's dead. There's Elrond.
I didn't make it too
Where'd you
big.
go?
I'll get to you, Doran and
There's
Wallace.
a
I'm
magic act?
just introducing.
It's all good. Just, you know,
Yeah, I know. I know what you're looking for, too, and you know you're not going to find it.
it's there. I told you, it's totally there. Just,
Yeah,
it's there.
another elf. You must, or yeah, sort of. You must be here to fight
So,
the orcs too, right?
Now that you're both here, let me do a quick rundown of what you actually see. First thing is the one that Bretta has climbed all over. It's Koromon. He is a Goliath, which is, in simple terms, a human that is about 2 feet taller than normal.
You're
They-
damn right it's the first thing they see.
They are a
Yeah, second
species
tallest.
of humanoids. They typically don't have hair. This one in particular actually seems to have a small head of hair. Kind of buzz with a goatee, which is uncommon for them. He's built like a fucking brick house. Like, he's just solid muscle from head to toe, and he just glistens in the morning sun from all the body oil that he has. He wears one sturdy shoulder pad on a strap and then some pants. And some shoes,
Yeah,
because
it's
he's...
more of a loincloth, but well, you know.
Yeah, and some shoes, because he's got to protect his feet. They have to be ready to go at any time. Then the next creature there is a half-elf. Or, well, to Bretta, it probably looks more... He looks more human. To Rix, he's going to look more elven. He's got long, flowing blonde hair. He wears a cloak and some chainmail. He's got a sword on his side that glows. Just kind of hanging out behind them a little bit is a human male with a scar on his face that looks like a burn. An old burn scar that covers the majority of his... Is it right side? Jackson?
End of
Wow, hi.
Right or left side for your face?
It is my left side. As you look at me, it's the right side.
So,
So the same as the portrait.
Oh,
yeah.
also worth noting for Elrod, he is absolutely decked out in amulets of Corellon.
Yeah.
And this one, the sword on his back, he has 2 swords on his back. A bastard sword, which is like off to the left, which he clearly uses his right hand, so he doesn't use it very much. And the back on his right is another long sword of Corellon, or is another long sword, but it is of Corellon.
I like how at a glance I can tell what hand you are.
Well, yeah, because his hip sword is on his left side,
So-
so it's
Oh,
right-handed.
Mona, to do what they're doing, you do /EM and then space and type out whatever you want. It'll do your name
Oh,
for you.
Thank you.
Or slash me.
Yeah, or
EM,
slash me.
ME, yeah,
Yes.
same
Thank
difference.
you.
The other two have wandered off, and so I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt, but I figured that was a good time for descriptions. If they want to give you any more details, they can, but that's a quick rundown.
Yes. One thing Rix might know as a full elf, Elrod doesn't quite look right. He isn't a total... Obviously he isn't a total elf, but he isn't of normal elven blood either. His eyes are oddly bright, like very bright, like sky blue, and his hair is particularly fair and long. His ears aren't quite long enough to be an elf's, but longer than the average half-elf, and he's quite tall.
Elfish-looking half-elf.
Yes,
Yes.
he actually has a... And just as an elf, you would pick up on this. He has more of an Eldrin feel, which Eldrin are the... in this particular version of D&D, Eldrin are the Fey elves, and you are what's considered a wild elf. You live in the natural world, they live in the Fey wild.
He
To
is
put it
a
simple.
total oddity.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean. Were you saying something, Rick, before we got description?
Yes. You
Alright,
guys-
so
Okay.
they've approached us, I imagine. They're not a ways off. So they've kind of like run up on.
Yeah, Bretta's on your shoulder, Rix and Tanaka are right there in front of Elrod.
Yeah, I came up scurrying after Tanok. Then I noticed this giant mountain of thing. What is that? Yeah, I run up to his pecs. I assume I'm around his abdominal height.
You would be... Elves are slightly short... Elves are slightly shorter than humans, so you'd probably be right around his pec size, yeah.
And I'd
Go-
be inspecting them and seeing their oily nature. What is that?
Hold on,
You can get a signature in a little bit. We just need to form a line. It'll.
Haha! PR agents here.
Oh my goodness. Guys, we don't have time to sign autographs, really.
Look, okay, I can do his signature really well. Do you want like me to write it on your arm or where?
Oh no,
Come
no.
on. Don't abet this. Don't feed Cormon's ego.
Oh, like
sorry.
you guys do signatures? Interesting.
I mean, you got to keep the people pleased. You know, when you're the people's champion. Gotta get the people.
Been here for
Yeah,
a
what they-
day, Koroman.
Ah,
Alright.
you know,
Oh.
just like I'm bigger, my reputation's just grows bigger than average.
Yes, whatever you say, Koroman.
Sometimes it's fun to go along with them. Forgive us. It's one of those things.
Do you have a reputation? Are you one of those adventurers that have performed like a great feat of strength?
All of us.
I'm actually a professional showman, fighter, and wrestler who does adventuring on the side time to time with easy.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I smack
I mean-
Elrod on the back, give him a good old.
Ooh.
That's you.
Now
Yeah, I mean,
Elrod is tall, but he's not incredible. He doesn't look super durable, and he just kind of like shudders as Koroman smacks him on the back. He's like, "Ooh, that." Yeah, we.
Oh
killed the
dear
lizard
lord,
with the
are
knife.
you okay down there, sir? That looks
I've been through
heavy
worse.
hitting.
He
Oh,
has
dear.
gotten hit by worse.
Way worse. He
Oh.
shudders.
Dragon once, and it was
Bitches, illithids, horrible monsters.
that stupid Hydra.
Fuck hydras.
Oh god. Anyway, let's not talk about that.
As the bells ring in the distance, you hear a human come out from one of the stalls. The morning quiche eating competition will be starting shortly.
Ooh, quiche.
Koroman.
What is
Well,
that?
We gotta get,
Lord,
we gotta get
there's
food.
a competition.
We're,
I don't even
remember,
know
we're
what we
here
went.
to get supply.
Oh, that's eating competition? Oh, what? I want to go! Hey, good sir, can we go?
I mean,
You
What-
can go.
what
We have
you
things
eat?
to do.
Do they have, like,
Koroman, we need to
appetizers
buy
or something?
groceries first.
oh.
Oh.
But I want to
Well,
win the
Elrod-
thing. I want to win all the
Elrod, you
things.
know what happens when we tell him that he can't do something. So how
Yes,
about he
I'm-
goes to the quiche eating contest and we get the groceries?
I like this plan.
Yeah, see, he likes this plan. Imagine that.
Very well. Then I won't need to worry about babysitting him. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. He just smiles
Oh,
up at you.
anytime to see what quiche is.
At the word of the competition, Korma just he's gonna flat out turn and head towards the guy yelling with Bretta on his shoulder.
Yay!
we go.
Faster! Not
Which direction is
faster!
that?
I mean, at least he has a new friend, right?
No.
Come on, short stack. Let's go eat.
That's not the problem.
Yay!
The problem is he's probably going to think an eating competition involves wrestling in the pile of food or something. He says this when you're out of your shot.
Yeah, it's gonna be down here. So, we'll get back to Rix and Elrod in a moment. Let's check in on Dorn. And Dorn?
Oh, I think Rix was gonna go watch the.
Oh, is Rix going to watch the competition?
Was he? I don't know.
I thought he was saying something to Elrond.
Oh,
He
I'm gonna have
talked
to.
back.
I'm gonna have to chase Snog, who's just running after them after smelling so much food.
Corman, as you
Come
were
back,
walking
wait.
across the city, you're being tailed by this feline creature. It's got large green eyes. It's a lynx, and it just seems to be
How
tailing
big
you.
is it?
It's probably up
Bigger
to
than a
your
breadbasket?
yeah. Oh yeah, it's a feral cat,
So like normal cat
Fluff
size or
balls.
like
like panther
dog
size.
or, oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lynx.
Breadbasket size.
It's a lynx. And the elf that was just approaching y'all is not far behind, chasing it down. But it's so cute, Koromon.
Oh, it's cute and fuzzy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Oh, looks fluffy.
Average lynx is about the size of a bobcat.
Mr.
Yeah.
Scruffin.
Haha, come here, you. I'm gonna get a little.
It's a little smaller than I described it, but still good size.
Yeah, it's D&D, so it's probably bigger.
Yeah. So Rix, you're,
Hey,
It is the size of a bear.
you're
little fuzzy thing. You want to come live with me and Mr. Scruffins forever
It's
and
a-
ever?
It's a lion that Rick's painted to look like a lynx. So it'd be allowed in town.
so Rix, as you're chasing your creature across the city, Koromon has stopped and turned to face it and is now leaning down to pet it.
Tanook,
Oh,
be careful. You don't.
You know
Oh,
what
Koromon,
Magic has.
get me closer to him.
How does
All right,
t-
I'm gonna lean down and start to give the good old rub down on the kitty cat, and give him behind on the back, in front of the tail, and on the ears, and I bring bread and butter down there and set her down so she can go in on this little scruff.
so,
Oh,
despite it all,
yeah.
this massive mountain of a man is very gentle with this cat.
Wow, you're being. Have you handled beasts before? You really know how to.
Beast? Where's a beast? No, this is a cute little fuzzy critter, kitty, scrum.
Rix and Bretta both roll perception for me.
Mr. Scruffums.
Perception.
Mr.
Scruffums.
Scruffums.
Hold on.
Click on your token. Yeah.
Nope.
I see nothing.
I think somebody died.
So, Rix is so awestruck by this massive man being so gentle that he doesn't even notice. But Bretta, you pick up this faint meowing sound coming from one of Cormon's pouches. Cormon, you hear this, of course, because you know what sound to listen for.
What's that? Sounds fluffy.
Yeah, this is, let me introduce you to my bestest best friend and pal in the whole wide world. This is Mr. Scruffums.
And he pulls out. Did we decide what color its fur was?
I posted lots of pictures.
I think it was black and white, wasn't it? I think you said so.
I think it's black and white. Yeah. I don't
I have
have.
to go way back.
And it's just, if you've ever seen Puss in Boots, it's got the big puppy,
Oh my god.
the big old love me cat eyes on it.
Oh, it's so cute. I want to pet him. Can I pet him, sir?
Yes, of course you can pet him. I mean, what he is designed to be, he is to be pet.
Oh, I
My God, it's
pet
gonna
the
fit
little
between your
little-
fingers.
I was literally linking cat pictures right now.
Sort of.
So,
Yep.
as the interactions with the cats is going on, let's check in on Dorn, who is visiting Peter's Peculiars with a very, very familiar gnome inside. Dorn? Are you there?
I'm sorry.
So we're finally going to shift over to you. You enter Peter's...
Sorry, I was getting my salmon.
You're fine. You enter Peter's Peculiars, and it has a very familiar gnome inside. He's your best friend, your best buddy from when you entered town.
He's going to give a big smile. Hi, friend.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Well, if you're here to shop, I can muster it up. What do you want?
Ritual magic. Do you have any books?
I might have one or two books. What sort of ritual are you looking for?
The useful kind? I didn't have anything in mind. Maybe invisibility?
I'll have to take a look. If you can link it to me so I can see how busted it is, I'll consider it. So Peter's going to disappear back into the bag. What you see around the shop is, it's your typical magic shop. It's got shelves filled with all kinds of doodads and this and that. There's one side is covered in various potions. There's books about enchant with various lists of enchants that can be done at this place. Robes that are obviously brimming with magic power on them. Anything and everything. And it seems to be more of a you bring it and he makes it magical than a buy it off the shelf kind of place. As most of the stuff in there is just scrolls that say enchantment cost and the cost and how long it would take him to do it and stuff like that.
And I'm assuming the list of things that he does are within the book that I have saved on my computer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That figured.
Yeah, any enchantment you can find in the book is what he can do. And any magic item really, if there's one you're looking for, just let me know and he can...
So he's not as incompetent as my first impressions of him would lead me to believe.
No, in fact, it's probably very surprising to see such a confident magic shop in this tiny little... whatever you want to call this town.
You seemed like such a stick in the mud when I first arrived. I didn't think you actually had any talent for this. He's kind of looking around and kind of nosing into...
Well, I don't make the rules of this place. It's just a nuisance of a job to be doing.
Oh, it's a bone pull, I'm sorry. So what's the state of the Lemia?
Still in prison as we know of. The pixie came by to pay a visit, but all I heard was some screaming and yelling before she fluttered out in a fury.
I feel like that's expected.
Yeah, you'd think so. Well, buddy, I'm looking through these rituals here. Don't think I quite have what you're looking for. I've got one here to make... Why the hell do I have a holy water ritual?
Ooh, can I see that?
Sure, go ahead, take a look. Oh, I don't have my book on me, and I'm not going to go in the back because it'll wake the baby up. Let me pull up the PDF. I know you know what the holy water ritual is.
Oh, absolutely. It's more
I was
of-
looking for another one.
You know, I'll tell you what. How much for this? Because I know a friend that would be very upset that I would know how to do.
Did you ever take that feat?
I thought that was what I took for my feet last level.
Oh, it may have been. I don't remember.
Kova, I'm gonna whisper you something. Just something Elrod's doing.
Oh. Wait, that's only a level 8 ritual? Hold up. There's no way that's only a level 8 ritual. Holy shit, it is only a level 8 ritual.
Bum, bum, bum.
Holy water?
Aha!
No,
surprise,
not that one.
surprise.
I just came up with something else.
Oh, visibility?
No.
Oh.
I'm looking for that one. I don't see it. Hold on.
What's that,
I went too
Daddy?
far. H.I. It's not in book 1, so I'm not going to find it.
You'll probably let him know after you look at it.
Oh, here's a fun one that from Dorn. I don't think you have this one. So, take another look here, pal. I've got the holy water one. I've got this ritual called Magic Mouth. You can like form little mouths on the wall, and they'll say whatever you want at any time. And then I got a scroll here, and this is a pretty rare item here. This scroll, you see, it's called Raise Dead. Now it's a scroll, so you know it's gonna be a one-time use. As soon as the ritual's completed, that thing's gonna burn up. But word has it, you guys are headed to a war.
Yeah, you have my attention.
Yeah, it's gonna run you about 680 gold for that scroll. One-time use, but you know, it'd take 8
How many
hours
do
to
you
prep
have?
it up. One,
Just one?
yeah.
Oh, come on. You mean you don't haggle him? I know you're notoriously cheap.
He didn't even start asking about price yet.
Not yet.
I thought he said it was 680 gold.
No, he said just
the,
one.
The gnome just said it. No, the gnome said 680 gold, and he has one. You know, Dorn hasn't had a chance to have it yet.
The holy water ritual's not in book 1. What? Or is it not called holy water? It's called something else. Jackson, what's it
Wes?
called?
What?
Your holy water ritual.
Divine, what is that book called?
Divine Power, the book?
No, there's
Uh,
he has a ritual called. It may be because it's like create holy water. Hold on.
Yeah, the thing when you
Oh,
have to kill the lich with.
hold on.
Okay, so if I take all of it, do you have a, I don't know, caught a undercover changeling discount in the town, for the town? I mean,
Create holy water.
Create holy water. Yeah. Oh, it must be in one of the. I don't know why it's not there.
I'll slack it too. Or
Yeah.
I mean, he should at least get 5% off.
Sorry. Tell you what. What did I say? 650 for the scroll. You want this this mouth one? That plus this holy water one. What if we did 1,000 total?
I wasn't actually keeping track of the individual breakdown of that. Is that actually a discount, or is that him just trying to bring him full?
That's a good question. Jackson's linking me the ritual.
This is just create holy water. It's from the wiki.
Yeah, it's a ritual that clerics start with.
What about any of your magical doodads that you mentioned?
That is
when I first
not
arrived?
that is not a deal that he is giving you.
No, it is not.
Magical doodads, huh? Well, I got some potions here you might be interested in. I got potions of healing, I got reflexes and fortitude potions and will potions, resistance potions, speed potions. I got this. Here's something you may be interested in. I got this bridle right here, right? And he slaps his like mount. It looks like a mount for a horse. I know you think it's just nothing, but you
Look,
rub.
me and the big muscle guy are not that close. I need context.
No. You rub the rune right here on the little bulb. You rub the bulb right there. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Rub the bulb, and then poof, you get a horse. And you rub the bulb again, and the horse goes away.
Nah, I don't have any need for that.
What about this one here? I got this bowl. It's just a plain brown bowl, but it's got a few runes on it. You stick something in here. You stick food in here, stick water in there, and it magically purifies it. As long as it's not some crazy, incredibly strong disease or poison item.
Now that could be useful. I guess fend off the dysentery. Or the tofu.
Or if you're really looking to be a big spender here, I've got this, and he points to this necklace on a, just a bust stand. It's got a black collar with a red bloodstone gem on it. This is a recovery collar, right? You get hurt, you do a little bit of healing, take some rest, and it'll revitalize you even better. It also make you feel stronger, faster, and more mentally resilient.
Ooh, how much is that?
A plus to fortitude, reflex, and will.
Should give that to Elrond.
It is a... Well, see, this thing here, it's a pretty rare item. It runs about 21,000 gold.
What?
Oh yeah, you guys are getting into the real magic items now. These things cost some money.
Buy a freaking house for that.
Yeah, you could. And then some. Wow, I don't actually have 21,000.
Yeah, seriously.
You guys just made like...
I made
you have a lot.
13,000.
Oh, that's
so
right.
much gold.
I have a lot of gold.
I don't know, I guess I didn't write down the breakdown then, because I only show that I've got 13,000 gold.
You guys each got... It was 6,000 per head.
I have
Two astral
36,526, so you should have more than that, because we split it.
I have 100,000.
Yeah, you should have at least 2 astral diamonds.
Yeah, and you
Six
should
now?
have 2 astral diamonds, and you should have
What was it,
like
600
probably
gold?
at least 20,000 gold.
Yeah.
That's
you-
true, and I didn't really give the Hydra bounty to...
Yeah, and you kept the Hydra bounty too. That alone.
While you
was
guys
16,000.
figure out money, I need to go check on Sam, make sure she didn't fall asleep while putting
Yeah.
Ellie down.
Well, hold on, wait. Didn't we put it in the chat for Discord? What the breakdown was?
I think we did for me.
It's been too long, I don't remember.
It would have been 11,000
Uh,
for each of the main people that helped kill the Hydra.
Well, but
I
he
remember that.
kept all of the Hydra money, and then we split something else, didn't we?
When we got money from the Lamia's den,
Oh, that's
we
right.
got 2 astral diamonds and a sum of gold. I don't remember the sum of gold. And Aelith gave me her 2 diamonds and gave someone else her gold.
And I remember I didn't get anything from the Hydra because he didn't give me any, and I think you gave me part of yours.
I think I did.
Elrond? I don't.
That sounds
remember.
right.
Yeah, something.
Or no, I think I tried to convince her to share with you. I don't remember.
Whatever. But at
thought
least
you
you
did
should
give us
have
some.
2 astral diamonds. So, in terms of everything else, I don't know.
Okay, I'm back.
We're just talking money.
Yeah, y'all figure it out.
11,000 gold each if Dorn shared. Dorn, did you share?
Dorn kept Kovan's half. Or a
Just-
portion.
He just kept Kovan's? Okay.
Yeah,
I think
so
Elrod gave him
I
some
shared
of
with everyone except for one person.
Kovan, just say Elrod gave you 5,000 gold.
There you go. Elrod, give him 5,000.
Because I know I only added a portion of the gold from the bounty. It was the diamonds that really inflated Elrod's bank account. to Aelith.
So everybody got 2, right? That's
Yeah.
what that was?
Yes.
Okay,
Elrod
cool.
has 6 now.
I'll tell you what. He's gonna pull out an astral diamond. How about this?
Ooh.
You so sparkly.
Only because you
For
caught
the lot.
Because you caught the Lamia. You got yourself a deal.
Perfect.
So, you get what's called a Collar of Recovery. It is a +3 to Fortitude, Reflex, and Will.
Jesus.
And when you spend a healing surge, you get 3 extra HP.
Nice.
Does that count for my abilities where I let them?
Anytime he has to spend a healing surge.
So that's a yes.
Yes. You also get, and it's in book 1, so you can go pull up the PDF. Or you can get it out of the drive. You get the Magic Mouth Ritual, which I recall you not having on your list. But I figured it's one you're going to have some fun with. In other words, you can create a mouth on a surface, and when certain conditions are met, such as Elrond walks into the room, it'll say things. And then disappear.
Oh my god. I'm going to have it on his pillow and it's going to sing sweet nothings to him and it'll...
The mouth appears to be made out of the same material as the surface, but you otherwise decide the mouth's appearance.
Mischief managed.
And then, the one you really need to at least go pull up is you have a Scroll of Raised Dead.
I feel like this is going to be worth something.
We still have the shroud that prevents
you have the
decaying of the bodies for a week, right?
Yes.
I don't think we ever
Yes.
used it.
You
Okay,
haven't
I'm
used
gonna
it.
note that I still have it.
It's like I've been prepping you guys for something. So, is there anything else, Dorn, that you wanted to look at?
No, I think that's it for here. And
Okay.
once I'm done, I'm going to go meet up with Firebeard at the bar and we're going to get our crunk on.
Alright. At least make note in your chat so I can send you the stuff later if you don't find it.
We didn't put the exact amount in the chat. Oh well.
No, I'm talking about the items he just got.
Yeah. I
Because
know.
I'll have to send him the color of recovery later.
I'm adding it to my inventory right now.
Okay. Firebeard's at the bar getting drunk, I assume? Don't think I've heard Josh talk the whole night.
Probably a safe assumption.
Yeah, I don't hear him. I saw his circle light up.
Yeah, I see the circle, but I don't hear him.
Hero?
He's a mute.
He's just drunk.
He's already
Are
that
you
drunk.
alive?
Well, while he sorts that out, we'll move on to Wallace, who is meandering around the castle grounds. I believe trying to find some actual food.
Yes, I am.
Okay, roll a...
Oh, that was a fun typo. I accidentally gave myself plus 33 to will.
Oof.
Hey.
Roll a streetwise check.
Right, so I got a quick question.
Yeah.
We got all these like halflings and gnomes joining up in our team now.
There's no gnomes.
If they all like jump, yeah, wasn't Wallace a gnome?
No, Wallace is a halfling.
Halfling.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What's the difference?
So what'll be funny is
That
when
feels racist.
The
he...
point I'm trying to make is all these little people, can they like combine into Voltron or something?
Sorry, you only have 3 of the 5 pieces. You have Bretta, Wallace, and Molly.
Damn it!
Hey, what,
Oh wait, there's Tanuk.
what do we
There's
do?
Molly.
That's
What do we do,
okay.
shoot
That,
Ghost Wiener Dog?
Molly would be the legs.
Oh yeah, I haven't,
No,
he's,
Molly's the head.
he's not on the board.
Molly's
Where
the
is he?
head.
There he is. There's Half Pint.
That scroll of raised dead, does that turn them, like, bring them back as a zombie, or is that actually, like, bring them back to life?
I believe it brings him back
Secondly,
to life.
is that, if they do come back, is it true resurrection, or is it...
Yeah.
Dead.
Why is Half Pint not showing up on
Hello?
the board? Yeah, there you are.
No,
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
new mic.
no,
I
and
just realized
no,
it
and Dorn,
the
he'll
whole time.
bring him back to life just
there
to
we
kill
go.
him.
Big yikes.
Did the Half
I've been
Pint thing
talking
work?
this whole time, all night, and nothing.
You have. Oh.
Oh, that's because Half Pint's one of the tokens that got broken. A few of the tokens broke.
No, my Wiener Dog.
No, he's fine. He's right here.
He's huge.
He's a giant Wiener Dog.
There he is. That'll be funny when it finally gets when he gets introduced to
There will be some sniffing going around.
the others.
Picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
Oh.
Ow.
Select token. Okay, now he can be dragged back onto the board. There he goes. Now let's make him proper size. There you go. You rolled streetwise? You did. Perusing around the castle and just kind of using your wits as a nobleman from your hometown. you're able to peruse and get a bit of information that yes, there's actual non-tofu food in the castle.
Tofu isn't that bad.
Is there a gate in the front of the castle?
There's this opening. It's not really gated. I mean, you've been walking in through these like the grounds and stuff here. Oh, they made the pinging a lot faster. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's all smoother too.
Yeah. Yeah, they rewrote like all the code to make the game Roll20 smoother.
Is there a guard around?
Yeah, there's been some guards and stuff that you've been perusing with. You used your tout of knowing Koromon to help gain some of the information.
Is there any way that my traveling documents can get me in further?
Yes. There is. You're brought inside the castle as a guest from a foreign land. Inside, you are greeted by several servants of the king who inquire what you are in need of as a foreign ambassador.
Gotta love my powers. Yeah, who am I speaking to here? Is there a name?
Well, we're just a few servants, sir. We're nobody important.
Can you give me meat?
Meat? Yes. Are you, wishing to dine here, or are you looking to take it with you on your trek as an ambassador?
I would like to make this a to-go order.
To go, okay. How much are you going to need?
20 pounds?
20 pounds? So 20 steaks?
20 steaks. You have to like fight Koromon to keep all that.
Any fresh fruit, too?
Yes, we have some of that as well. Freshly imported from a nearby town.
Give me the most you can get.
Very well. We're sorry that you can't meet with the king today. He's busy in some meetings. But we will gladly take care of you. We do not wish to upset the Sorcerer King down south. Ah, someplace that actually is aware of where you're from.
Westport would have told you to fuck off.
Yeah, they're a bunch of uptight nobles, though.
Yep. Corruption
So,
is rife.
it's going to take
I
them
will
some
let him
time.
know of your gratitude.
Thank you, sir. So about half an hour later, you're exiting the town. You have a small horse and carriage filled of fruits and meats. And as you're leaving, you see Koromon and a couple of strangers that you're not sure who they are, but you see Koromon surrounded by a cat with
Of course he does.
Everyone sees Cormac.
with a small woman on his shoulder who's about your height, and an elf and a feline creature. So you can kind of make a pit stop there on your way, but I'm going to jump over to Dorn and Firebeard real quick.
You're telling me that's the first place I go is to Koromon with food?
Well, I mean, you're coming out of the they're right here as you're coming out of the castle at the market. You don't have to go there, but they're right there.
So, come on. Now that we got groceries, you want to stop by the magic shop?
Yeah. It's a good time to talk.
No, I just wanted to throw that in between.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just so we have an idea of what we want to do when it's our turn.
Dorn and Firebeard, you find yourselves at the tavern. At this point, y'all, it's been roughly 2 hours into the morning, so it's about 10. Just between all the stuff y'all have been doing. Are you guys just getting drinks, or is Firebeard trying to get kegs to go? Is he...
Yeah, I was restocking everything.
There's several flasks.
Subtract
All my
Subtract 100 gold from your inventory, and Dorn, as you arrive, Firebeard is standing outside of a cart, or outside the building with a cart filled with like 5 kegs worth of ale. If Dorn's
If you
even,
want anything better, hurry up. It's going quick.
is Jeff even there?
Jeffafa?
Jeff,
Y'all motherfuckers need to take this more seriously.
Shut up, Koromon.
Well, he's not here. He doesn't get it.
I guess I can share the 2 new icons that are on our stream now.
Baby,
Let's see.
come back. You can blame it. Oh.
I had to resize everything on the stream to fit these on.
Baby, come back.
These are now on the stream. I love Freda's token. Where did I post those to? Did I post those in your chat?
Put them in my Elrod notes.
Whoops.
I'm sorry, I was
No.
getting something. I'm back.
So,
Baby, come back.
will you copy those over to?
is not weak.
Will you copy those over to OOC for me, Orad?
I absolutely will.
Dorn, as you're arriving outside the tavern, Firebeard is having a cart loaded up with about 5 kegs worth of ale. And these are good-sized kegs. You guys saw the one sticking out of the wall.
Put them in the 5 each chat.
We're good at this.
It's not,
Okay, well that's what I'm drinking. What are you drinking?
Yes.
That's what I said.
He wasn't here.
I know, that's what I said.
So Firebeard had actually said almost exactly what you said when you walked up.
Yeah, I said, better get something for yourself, it's going quick.
So wait, just so I have a clear understanding, I'm looking at Rix's character sheet, and I'm familiar with Elrod. Who's more effeminate, Rix or
Elrod.
Definitely Elrod.
Elves.
This guy looks like he's seen things.
Elrod is both handsome and feminine. He's the best of both. He can use as many people.
So Dorn,
For
do
some
you,
reason, I can't
Elrod
not think
gives
of
the
the
romantic
derpy
touch.
Kel'Thas from the Machinima videos. But like that is Elrod in my head every time he
Perfect.
Salama. Sonore.
I gotta find that. I gotta find that picture again where we couldn't tell the gender of the elf ranger, and like this is Elrod. This is pretty much how he looks. People don't know. I gotta find that again.
so Dorn, is there anything you're going to do at the tavern?
Well, I mean, I guess he's here for business rather than pleasure, so I guess I'll get myself some alcohol.
Drink with me.
Today's gone by. Okay, so we got Les Mis going on over at the tavern.
I was gonna say we better don't what's going on here.
Load him up, load him up.
Pick us, pick us, pick us.
And then we will, as you two drink, we will jump back over to Kovan.
Hey.
So, I was figuring as we're perusing the market, stuff like that, we go, hey, Elrod, do you, I have a question, if you know, since we're just kind of looking around here.
What's on your mind, friend?
So, has Corellin ever, talked to you? Like,
Oh, I actually met him.
really? Oh, okay, at
Well,
the temple? Like,
I think it,
really met him?
I think it was his avatar. Or
Oh.
something. But no, yes, I swore an oath. That's why I am the knight wizard of the Spiral Tower now.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Short,
But,
long
like,
story. But
It was
yeah.
like real, right? Like it wasn't like you were dreaming or something, or?
Oh no! I walked into a room. My mother said, "Get in there and talk to him," and I'm like, "Okay." And he's making himself sound more competent here. And yes, I knelt down and I spoke to him. He was in the flesh. Well, the incorporeal flesh. Either way, no, I swore the oath, and if I. He kind of pauses. He trying to find the words. If I were to go against my principles, because, well, the oath I had to swear was pretty much how I feel about, life, I guess. If I go against my own principles, I will likely lose all my magic.
Well,
No big deal, I guess.
yeah. Well,
I'm just kidding. It's a very big deal.
it's a big deal. Please don't do that. Yeah, if you ever think you're gonna break your oath, just let me know and I'll smack you.
Never.
But what I wanted to, I mean, you're the only like person who, I guess would understand this or like have gone through this. But I kind of talked to Bahamut, but it was like in a dream. But it was like real, but I was dreaming.
I see.
So, Yeah. So like that does that stuff happen?
He cocks his head to the side and scratches his chin. He does the curious face thing, but you can tell he's taking you seriously. It was certainly, at the very least, a prophetic dream of some kind. If you spoke
Yeah.
to him, I would take everything he said very seriously.
Okay. Well, I mean, Silva was there.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, it was as real as the conversation we're having now, and
Well,
yeah.
perhaps it was some sort of spiritual projection, and that's totally
Wow.
conjecture. I'll be honest, I don't
No,
know
I
much
mean-
on the topic.
Well, I've had dreams before. It didn't feel like anything I've ever had before, to be completely honest. It was new.
Well, I guess we've both spoken to a god of some
Well,
kind.
that's awesome.
And I don't count Dawn's devil friends.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Haha, Dorn's evil.
His patrons are evil. The people he works for are evil.
Tell him to
Okay,
empty out his
okay,
pockets
okay,
and count the bones, okay? The guy's evil.
So, when I was talking to him, I guess he Bahamut brought up a bunch of stuff, and I guess I've never really thought about it this way, but I mean, you're a pretty good judge of character, right? You seem to know people and like good and evil and all that.
Well, people say I'm a little too trusting, but I like to think I am.
Am I a bad person?
No.
That heart to heart
Judgmental,
level?
yes, but bad, no.
I mean, I've done some.
And I mean that
really-
nicely.
And I know
Super
that,
racist,
but I mean, like,
no.
I've done some bad stuff. Like, I mean, remember what I did with Remuse?
Yes, I wasn't thrilled about that.
Yeah.
Bahamut, Bahamut in your church, you tend towards more, the lawful side of things, following things by the books, don't
Absolutely.
you?
Yes.
Karelin
And,
is a little more, good for the sake of good. Try to think like that. I highly doubt Bahamut will be bothered by it, as long as you're not breaking his rules.
I mean, it was important enough for him to come to me in a vision and tell me about it. It's it has me a little freaked out, you know? I feel like I need to like rethink how I'm.
Just for the record, for you, Mist, I like to think they've finished their shopping by this point. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah,
day
they
off,
have.
and they're
Obviously,
walking towards Peter's Peculiars by now.
Okay.
The way I see it, whatever he said to you, you felt he needed to say because of your actions. You clearly haven't done anything particularly wrong. It's understandable that you're apprehensive to help someone who cavorts with devils, or literally an evil creature. But you need to look at people's character. That's what I try to see. Remuse was our introduction was an interesting one. My whole attempting to outwit her in her own deal. I'm not a very clever man. I don't claim to be. But he claps his hands, while literally balancing baskets on his arms. But she wants to change, and I admire that. And that is why I trust her, even if she is a Medusa. The same goes with Dawn. If he were truly just seeking to advance his devil's goals, don't you think he would have made a mood by now?
True.
Don't you think that when we were literally fighting devils, we would have... Oh no, he wasn't there. Shit!
Yeah.
was he there?
wasn't there. No, he was.
Sorry, I've had a few. Redcon, he rolls back. Yes, we were in the midst of fighting a necromancer. If he really had some sort of vendetta against us, he probably would have shot us in the back, which would have been very easy to do.
Yeah.
We were all probably beaten within inches of our lives. Either way,
There was a. I mean, you may not have caught it, but when we were arguing and I made an offhanded comment, he threatened to burn the other side of my face off.
no, that isn't very nice. But he does have a temper. And
True. So
let's
do
be
I.
real, or let's be honest here. You weren't exactly respecting the fact that he has a temper. And hear me out. Explanation is not justification. It's not very nice of him to say that, and it's not very nice of him to get so angry all the time at every little thing you do. But keep in mind his heart's in the right place. At least try to. If you can't stand him or learn to get along with him, at the very least, build around him. Plan
Okay.
what you're doing, and remember that he's a bit of a hothead, and that's good. That's fine.
How-
we need it. We need
how-
someone with drive. I'm looking
Yes,
to.
and he's incredibly
yeah.
useful. I mean, like he's got incredible powers. There's no questioning that. But how do how do you make someone like you when they hate you so much?
He
Like,
actually smiles when you say this. Well, I don't have an answer for that. If I had an answer for that, I'd still be at home.
no.
But the advice I can give you is look at what people have done, not what they say or do. Or no, not do.
I
Look
know
at
what you mean. I know what you
Yes.
mean. Yeah.
Actions, not words.
Yeah.
Character, not a temporary version of the word character. Not attitude by the moment. I think
Oh.
Dorn's quite amusing. I think he's very funny. I think he's the spirited one we need. One of them, anyway. Koroman's definitely there too.
Well, will you make a deal with me
What deal? What's
if
up?
I ever overstep the bounds again? Will you remind me? Just
I
give
will
me a
remind
check.
Bear cave.
Bear cave.
Hey, it wanted a
Yes.
hug. Okay. Okay.
And in return, I
Yes.
ask that you listen. The bear cave was not exactly your finest moment. my
Oh
friend.
God, the bear cave again. It was a. I have. I'm not
Yes, yes.
perfect.
I'm not going to say you are. A moment of weakness. I get it. I had mine.
Yeah, you were having a crisis of character there.
But I need you to take my advice when you hear it. And at the same time, I will seriously consider your counsel if you think I'm doing anything out of line.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you for speaking with me. I just wanted to. Yeah.
Always happy to talk. And
Well-
I'm fine pausing just outside of the magic shop if you want to go
Yeah.
to someone else, because I really
someone
have to
wanted.
use the restroom. I really have to pee.
Do you two need to like hug it out first?
Oh, shut your. Shut
If
your
Kovan hugs
oil-
Elrond, he'll hug him back. But Elrond
Shut
isn't
your
gonna hug him
oil
first.
trap there, Captain.
So tell me how that makes you feel.
Elrond went full therapist there for a second.
development.
Moving on back down to the southern part of the city.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
It's a
buy
struggle within yourself.
Look inward and find the truth.
Wallace,
Is someone a monk? Did I off-spec monk by accident?
Wallace, as you and your cart are heading down the road there, just outside the Vegans Market, this feline creature comes rushing up to it. Its eyes locked on your spectral dachshund sitting upon the cart.
Half pint begins to bark.
It's an eerie bark. It's like a dog barking, but it's got a ghostly sound to it.
Goat.
Ghostly.
Oh, okay.
Let me try that again.
You know I want a pet goat now that you mention it.
What a pet goat.
Yeah, goats are amazing, dude.
You take a glance from this slight distraction here, Wallace, and you see an elf kind of trying to flag down the feline creature, but what you also notice is a large table has been set up just outside the Vegans Market near the road there. Sitting at it is Koromon, and sitting beside him on a stack of several books is a small woman who seems to be about your size.
Oh God, he found another one.
And upon this table, sitting before them, is what looks to be a massive array of... They look like pies, but they're really small, and if you were to actually approach them, they smell nothing like pie.
Koromon, what are you doing? Swallow the food, man.
Somebody stop him, we haven't started yet.
Oh well, that's not. It was just a warm up, I guess.
So,
Why are you in this?
because it's a...
Tormon is the ultimate competitor. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but he will compete in any feat of anything that he can get.
Any other...
Last time you ate this tofu, you threw up everywhere. But now
Oh,
you're
yeah,
in
I remember that.
competition eating the tofu.
And I think I set a record for how far I puked it across the room.
To be fair, this is
So-
eggs.
Before you ruin my cart of food for our journey, I'm going to turn away now. Before you vomit over everything.
Any others for the key
I will
shooting
see you back in
competition?
the ship.
I don't appreciate your negative attitude.
I'll tell you what, I'll leave half pint behind for moral support.
Yeah, half pint wants in on this, I can tell.
So Half Pint goes and hangs out, and as Wallace makes his way down or around the city, he gets once he kind of passes the statue of Melora, Half Pint just kind of vanishes because the distance is so far away that the binding spell calls the dog back to his side.
Oh,
Cormon looks really confused.
yeah. Where did that dog go? That's awesome.
Tinoch just running around in circles trying to find a wheeling around confused.
So we have a key shooting competition. You two are going to need your endurance ability. Let's see. The rules of the competition are simple. The first one to finish, or whoever finishes the most pies wins. And this time limit that we've set, it is 3 minutes. So there's going to be an endurance check for each pie. Ugh. Or no, we'll do every 5.
That's
We'll
so
do-
many pies.
Do 5. Well, they're quiche pies. They're small. So we'll do one for every 5, and it'll gradually get
Alright,
harder
how
as it
many-
goes along.
How many can I fit in the hand at one time?
You can fit probably 2 in each hand at a time.
How many can I fit in my mouth at a time?
Probably
I
2
totally
at a time.
didn't fall down the stairs.
Can I grab one pie with my 2 hands?
Yeah. Yeah.
Endurance.
It is. Yeah, it's a skill. Here, this is what you guys are eating. Oh, these are big ones. Why are they so big? I've only ever seen tiny ones.
I mean, you could show us. We could just use our imagination. It's like
Here,
take that
this is.
50%.
Yeah.
No, I found one here.
We have to have the right music. Come on.
I'll get some music. Don't worry.
By the way, Wallace walks over to the tavern
Okay.
with his cart.
So how long till they realize that quiches are disgusting?
That's a good question.
Well, I don't care. It's not about the food. It's about the competition. Spirit of competition, Dorn. Come over here and eat some of this shit with me.
Is that
He's gonna,
Fiddle?
he's gonna lose because in the end he has to keep it down when he throws it.
That sounds like me.
I don't like that one.
I don't like not being able to keep it down either, but here we are.
I'm looking for some
Oh, well, you
music.
figure that out.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay. That was loud as hell, too. Why? Okay. What were you going to say, Weasel?
Look, Dawn, I got real meat for the journey.
Okay, Firebeard, I bet I can. Wait, what?
Well, being a nobleman has its perks.
How much meat?
It's
20
far.
pounds.
It's more than that because you've got a whole cart.
Enough for the journey, and you won't get sick this time. It's bug-free.
And of this you're certain.
I'm certain it's from the palace.
What do you want for said meat?
It's
Not
for
all of
our
it, mind
journey.
you.
It's for our journey. It's for
Yeah,
everyone.
yes, for our journey. You and me, buddy.
Oh, now we're friends. Your staff becomes big again, and all of a sudden.
Oh yes, Dorn, your
You're
your staff is back to normal size now.
Was I smart enough not to have it in my mouth at the time?
I hope so.
So I was using it as a toothpick.
It probably fell out of your mouth in the night.
Wallace saying Firebeard and Dorn a steak, or a piece of slab of meat each, so they can eat while they drink.
Okay, all your previous misgivings are forgiven. We are besties now. Oh my
Well,
god.
just trying to help.
There's a lot of it.
Doran's gonna kind of make his hand into like a finger gun sort of thing. He's gonna start doing a blowtorch effect on the stage.
So you like it rare, medium rare?
Just a little bit of heat.
What's Firebeard doing? Just holding in his beard?
He's just eating it raw.
Jesus.
He's just too happy to see meat.
Does Firebeard have enough teeth to eat that meat?
It's not all his teeth. What are you talking about?
Keep in mind,
crosses
There's no
everything.
way a
Fallout are
dwarf
gold.
pirate with a
Hold on.
bird
Hold on.
has all of his.
He has all his teeth and some of other people's teeth.
I was about to say, are you
his
implying
mouth?
he wouldn't
He's
take
a very
teeth?
good dental
Are you
head.
implying he wouldn't replace them with gold teeth? 'Cause
Yeah, I would believe like a full-on like half grill going on of the sort of shiny.
he's got all sorts, like platinum, silver, gold. That's all I like to think.
I can't wait till Brett and Rick's meet the parrot.
Barkeep, the halfling needs some booze. Top shelf.
Does Doran fall down
Yes,
the
he
stairs
does.
drunk? That's a serious question.
So do we want to do?
No.
Because I am.
Do we want
I should have been
to
wearing socks.
do Elrod and COVID shopping and then close it out with everybody meeting up at the quiche eating competition, or
Oh,
Sure.
well, we start moving things along from there? I should say, because
sure.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever.
y'all gotta leave the city.
Yeah, jumping around is great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't. I literally was just gonna buy some food and see if anything caught my eye, but
At the magic shop,
Elrod
it's
has
the
my
same
eye on
the same description I gave Dorn earlier. It's the gnome. More of you.
Rick still doesn't know what all these guys are
Oh,
doing here.
more of us.
Before they step in, Elrod just kind of says something. Oh, and Kovan,
Yes.
if you ever feel like someone's, abusing my, well, as Telos would say, limitless trust.
Absolutely.
Aelith probably pushed it about as far as I'm willing to go. If I find out she's tricked us a third time, I don't think I'm going to handle that well. I've never
Yeah.
been very angry before, but I think I will be. Anyway, let's go inside. Alright, now we're
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
He just kicks the door, or he doesn't kick the door, but he just
I might join you.
walks
I
right through
might
the door.
say a bad word.
Most of what
Hello,
you.
Peter.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
What
yes.
you got for us today?
Yes, more of us.
Peter seems to have an array of different scrolls hanging about that detail different enchants that he can do. He's got a couple magic items and some elixirs around as well.
Do you have anything that can help one, not die? Not in the sense of getting back up after death. I mean, not die in the first place. Like, get hit in the face better.
Yeah.
You mean like a healing potion?
Yes, I could
Do
buy
you
plenty.
have healing potions? Yeah.
I-
Of course, I could
I
buy
do.
healing potions. Any items? Anything? Amulets of protection or anything like that?
I sold my only really decent one that I had.
Oh. To whom? Anyone I know?
Your friend.
Which friend?
The annoying one.
Oh, darn.
Okay.
I was waiting for the which one.
Yep. I'll have a word with him. Yes, I would love to stock up a few potions.
Absolutely.
How much would 10 be?
And how many? Yes. Do you have different strengths, or are they all just?
Well,
That's a good question.
fortunately, it's hard to get the good ingredients here, so unfortunately, I have some minor versions of the healing potion that cost 50 gold apiece.
Out of character, how many dice is that?
That is 10 HP. This is 4E, not 5E.
Right,
I figured that Peter and I would be like friggin' besties now.
I mean,
Only 10,
I'll chip in and we'll get them all. It seems like we're going.
buy them all.
We're gonna need them.
All of them.
I mean, how many do you have?
I have 20.
You have 20? Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we just
50 times. Yeah, I'll drop 500 gold. That's nothing.
That's 1,000 gold
Yeah.
for all 20 of them.
All right, Kovan, we're splitting this then.
all right. 500 for me, 500 for you. You want to
Alright.
split the healing potions too?
I will denote this in my items.
Okay, so we each have 10 and 500 gold. from us,
10,
right?
yes, 10 potions of healing. There's a couple other sitting on the wall. There's various shades of blue, green, and red.
Oh, do you have potions of fortitude?
I do.
Anything else?
Will and reflexes as well. Potions of resistance and speed elixirs.
Resistance to the elements?
Yes.
I will take for myself. I believe I already have one of the. Oh, I do have one of the will before. I have a few already, but how much would another fort, a will, and a resistance to radiant?
You want a good one or a shit one?
A decent one.
The decent ones cost you about 650 a piece.
I see. No price is too great to keep my friends alive, and for my friends to be alive, they need me in the front. I'll take one of the three I mentioned.
One
So
fortitude.
another fortitude, another will, and resistance to radiant.
He does not have any radiant resistance.
Resistance to fire?
Yes.
Fire.
The fire one is going to cost you 800 or 40 for the cheap one.
800 it is.
Okay. Your
Because I think the other two I had were good ones.
the other ones you had were minor ones.
Oh, minor? Okay.
Yeah. So the ones you bought now, the fortitude, reflex, and will is a minor immediate interrupt. Use it when
Alright.
you get hit with a spell that affects one of those stats.
So reflex.
Reflex, fortitude, and will, and it immediately sets your defense for that particular one to 30.
Perfect.
And it counts as using a magic daily item, so it would count as one of your two.
Wait. It sets it to 30?
Yes.
Isn't that what he already has?
I don't know.
That is not a buff to me. Because I have 28. Sword Mage, I guess, gives me +1.
Well, I guess
Or
you better share with your friends.
Huh?
I guess you have to share with your friends.
Yes. I'll pick them up. I will pick them up anyway. So, give me one reflex, one fort, and one will.
Okay, so 650 apiece.
Okay.
And the fire
And then how much is
resistance,
the fire potion? 800?
800. And it's typed, resist 10 for the entire encounter.
Alright, so 650 times 3 plus 800.
So the potions are an immediate interrupt. When you get hit with an attack that affects that particular defense, you can immediately drink the potion. It'll set your defense to 30. If that's enough to stop whatever happened, you're good. Obviously, it counts as a magical daily item. So what we talked about that a few weeks ago. Everybody has 2 uses of a daily magic item power. So that would count for one of your 2. So your other one would be if your sword has a daily attached to it. That would be your second use.
Okay.
We talked about that kind of stuff. It hadn't really come up because y'all haven't had much of that.
I don't remember, but I'm also inebriated, so I trust
Yeah.
you.
And,
Big fire potion.
Peter, do you have anything that the clerical persuasion would be interested in?
I did.
Oh, oh, did our friend get it?
Yes.
Of course he did.
Unless you'd like to purify water.
Actually learned that around like my first year in the, but that's okay.
You want to summon a horse?
That could be
a
useful.
Horse?
Yeah.
I remember the tales of Telos and Chauncey.
There's a saddle sitting on the counter, and it's, you know how the saddles have that little part in the front with the knob look like thing? And sitting on the knob is a rune. He says, all you gotta do is walk up and rub the knob a little bit. Just give it a little polish.
I mean, that's how you usually wake things up.
Yeah, Elrod, this sounds like a bad joke. I don't know if I trust Peter.
A joke? What do you mean?
Oh, right.
And we have the mystery box.
The mystery box.
Yeah.
Tell me about the mystery box.
It's a mystery.
Night.
Could be anything. Could even be a boat. I mean, we always wanted one of those.
You're welcome.
Okay. Peter, thank you for all of your time and your incredibly fair and honest dealings. I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
I mean, the mystery box could have a tome of how to do a resurrection ritual. It could have any sort of magic item.
Peter,
It could be
I've
a
had
talking
reason-
mouse. You don't know.
I'd not want to gamble. I do have one last question. Do you have any items? Oh no, he already said he doesn't have like ambulance protection and stuff, does he?
Nope.
So he wouldn't have like a fucking like ethereal shield or something.
No.
Okay. Wait, no, you already said you don't have amulets. Never mind. Sorry. Do you have any rings? Is that the question?
Not here. I can enchant rings.
Ooh, with what?
What are you looking for?
Protection of some kind?
What are you selling?
Makes me
Okay, let
harder
me
to
get
hit.
this straight. You're looking for a ring of protection.
Yes. Maybe I've
Wear it
played too
anywhere.
much 5e, but I'm looking to boost my shit. I want to keep this boy alive.
Well, you've already got enhancement bonuses to all your stats from other items.
I know. I have one magic slot left.
I know you already have enhancement bonuses, which won't stack from other items.
Okay, then what about my nads? Or non-AC defenses. Shit. Can't say that out loud without...
What?
It's an acronym, okay?
First the ring, now your nads. What's going on here, man?
Okay. Anything...
Is the
Don't-
boat about to get shaken?
Don't you have
Sorry,
a
what
magical
you said.
cloak?
Do I?
You should. If you have enhancement bonuses for your fortitude, reflex, and will already, you likely have a magic item.
I know I
Wait,
have
Father?
a few. It's the armor is like a +2 armor, so that's a lot of it.
That's armor.
That's enhancement, isn't it?
That's enhancement for your AC.
I'm enhanced.
Yeah, because he has flat 28s and everything.
You have
not
a
AC.
you have a plus
Enhanced.
you have a
Come again, Nick?
Enhanced.
+2 enhancement from something
Yeah, it's got it.
Enhanced.
for your fortitude,
Enhanced.
reflex, and will. What is the miscellaneous 3 that you have in there?
Fort and ref are... They're an item. I forget them already. I'm so sorry. I'm not in a position to answer that question.
Well, then you shouldn't be shopping for them.
No. He's gonna
Rude.
he's gonna think it over. Actually, let me. Actually, I apologize. I don't think I have a ring for you to enchant.
You don't.
Well, that's embarrassing. I'm so used.
Yeah, I
to
think
the-
you lost that one, or somebody
Yes.
took it off.
I'm so used to the cursed thing on my finger. I forgot that it's not there anymore. Oh well, I suppose we should be going. The others are probably gathering around that damn competition.
Oh, it's time for that again, is it?
What do you say?
He said, "Oh, it's time for that again, huh?"
Yes, and unfortunately, I think our large friend is going, the 7-foot-tall one.
Oh boy, they're not gonna have enough quiche.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's fair, but whatever. It'll be amusing at least to watch others try.
Well,
We should be going.
good luck in your adventures.
Thank you,
Thank
very
you,
much.
Peter.
Thank you for your patience with our friends, if you've already seen some of them today.
Oh yeah.
With that, Elrod leaves.
Yep, Kovan will follow.
All right, you guys head down to the competition or over to the tavern.
Yeah, we'll go to the competition.
Over the competition, they need a responsible adult there.
Thank God Kovan's here.
All right.
Hey. Elrod's a responsible boy.
Yeah.
All right. What about you folks at the tavern?
Do y'all want to go watch the dummy eat quiche?
The
Should
hell
we
is
Fuck
this?
are you calling a dummy?
Hey, Elrod complimented you in private.
I don't know. It depends. How drunk am I?
Roll endurance. Minorly enchant Firebridge Shift,
Oh, shirt was what I
Shirt.
was going for.
but the egg is in his beard.
I know,
Okay.
but I want to keep the eggy warm so we can incubate it.
you guys haven't even run into the
Got
dwarf yet.
eggs in his beard. It's weird.
Oh yeah, he stole a Hydra bait, an egg, and he's trying to hatch it for his own.
So you guys are definitely tipsy if that. If
Oh
that.
shit! I'll go see a pie eating contest.
I got some to-go wine. Remember, I stole 16 bottles.
To go on.
Oh,
Wallace loves his wine.
is
Wallace,
this a back alley thing, or where are we going?
I
You-
think it's down near the vegan market.
you get to ride the cart full of meat.
As we show back up, a half pint reappears back on the table. What's going on?
Poof.
Tanuk gets all excited.
Why is Elrod on Koromon's shoulders?
I'm not on anyone's shoulder.
No, it's Brett.
Why-
That's not Elrod. Elrod's this one.
Molly's
Fire
on.
Well, he's not here. I'm right
Oh,
here.
good beard pies.
So, as everything's getting set up, Bretta and Riggs, you see the rest of the people that you hadn't really met yet finally show up. There's a man dressed in a black and brown duster with a staff.
Black.
Oh, it is black. Black duster.
Black leather duster.
There's a dwarf who's not really dressed at all. He's wearing like black slacks and he's wearing a leather harness. He's got a big old blue axe on his back and he's got a parrot sitting on his shoulder. The parrot, just like him, is wearing a captain's hat, although a tiny version, and it has like either glued or via string or something around its neck a red beard made out of what looks like the dwarf's own hair. Inside the dwarf himself, inside his big old massive beard, you see an egg kind of poking out a little bit. And then sitting at the front of the cart is a small man with like kind of like a mini fro of hair, brown in color, and he's a halfling. Or he looks to be a halfling. To Bretta, he's obviously a halfling. To Rix, he looks just like Bretta in height. To everybody else, he and Bretta look the same.
And if
He's
you
another small
look closely, Beardfire's a little bead in his beard.
Ah, Dawn, Beardfire, Wallace, you've arrived.
Upon arriving, don't worry, guys. The meat is here.
Couldn't miss the pie eating contest.
Any other takers for the contest?
Oh, absolutely not.
A contest of
kind of
eating
pie?
pies.
Quiche pies, to be exact.
Does that mean
Do we have to pay to enter?
No, but there is a prize for winning.
Well, I haven't eaten today.
what's the prize?
Well,
Elrod will literally just hand his groceries to Kovan and just kind of walk over.
We'll hold his groceries out like some type of umbrella rack.
I'm just gonna line y'all up over here so I know who's...
Darn, there's a gold prize. They said so. I'm going in.
Oh, watch the meat.
Anybody else?
Don't worry, the meat's not going anywhere.
Why do I feel like they're making a joke?
No. I'm sorry to not inform you.
Maybe
I
you
got
should tell us
more
what's here.
fruit
Or
fudge.
Joe.
Tell me.
He stands up very enthusiastically. Oh, Dor, come over here! Come to watch the competition. I'm gonna eat every.
What, am I not enough for you, Koromon?
No,
Whoa.
he's standing right next to me. I saw Dor.
Whoa.
I wanted to
He
harass
said
him.
it as a joke. He's grinning and he nudges you in the shoulder as he says it.
It looks like
You're so
Corbin's right.
sensitive, Elrod.
They kind
Kick
of
their ass, Koromon.
He's right there.
they kind of nudge the cat back towards Rix. So we at this massive table covered in just tons and tons of tiny little quiche pies. Firebeard,
Wait, it's a table. Can I pick it up?
yes, roll athletics.
Koromon.
Hey,
Lose to
it's
the
an
halfling.
ongoing theme, okay? I pick up tables. No,
I'll turn to the
I'll just think
organizers and be
to
like,
myself,
"Don't
I
worry,
won't-
he'll put it down."
No, I won't actually pick
Let
up the table. I'm just
Okay.
thinking I can pick up.
Okay, so we've got Cormon sitting right in the middle. We got Bretta on his left, on a stack of books. We got Elrod on his right. Firebeard right next to Bretta, sitting on few books, not as many as Bretta. And then there's a couple of humans to the left, and a gnome, another human, and a couple more to the right. So here's how this is going to work. You're going to roll an endurance check for each time you beat the check that I have lined up, that I've literally just made up on the spot.
Perfect.
And it's going to get harder as you go. You eat 5 pies. I have jotted down a number for each of the competitors that you guys are against. And if any of you beat out all of them, you will win some sort of prize for each of you. And whoever wins overall wins a full prize at the end.
Koromon, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not looking to beat you. I'm just meal.
Is it a Koromon-sized prize?
It might be.
Elrod says that to Koromon.
Koromon, if you lose to the halfling, then you're a wuss.
Okay, so there are...
Hey, Kerman, these are all your friends? They look cool. Hey, wait,
Yeah.
you just see a halfling?
Yeah,
Hey, he's a
Koromon's
halfling.
got a lot of
I'm
friends.
not a halfling.
Until you specify, they're going to continue calling you a halfling, miss.
Well, I'm really sad to inform you that a kinder.
Can I roll another history check now that I've heard the name?
Yeah.
Are you a kinder egg?
The fuck's a kinder egg?
I've heard of these in the far-off land.
25.
Oh my god.
She's
25 off a 7.
Kindergarten.
she's a kinder. Kinders are kind of like a subspecies, not really a subspecies, but like distant relatives to halflings. They are smaller, slightly more wiry, and they are not. They is not afraid of nothing.
Oh.
Isn't afraid of anything.
Kinder. I've heard of them. Why am I adopting
Cornwall,
your accent?
They're known for.
They give it to Molly, did it?
What? I heard a little voice.
They are known for
Yeah, Molly.
borrowing things and taunting anybody who tries to fight them, whether they're going to win or not.
So just like a mini version of Koromon.
Yes.
Halfling Coromons. Coromon. they do-
Kinder. Carmen.
Oh, I've heard of your people. I must have read them in a book somewhere.
If you really want to go look them up, they're from the Dragonlance setting back in like 2.0.
Gotcha.
They're actually,
Well,
they're actually
cousins
kind of
now.
cool.
I see. I understand now. Apologies. I'll try to get them to refer to you by the right name.
But the halfling jokes are just too much to say no to.
Although, to be honest, it's a fool's errand to try to get them to change their mind.
And now that you know what they are, you kind of recall reading about the hoopak that she carries. It is a staff designed to have a spear tip on the bottom and a sling on the top, and only those skilled enough, which is only known as the Kinder, nobody else has been able to do this in the world. It can be spun fast enough to let out a whistling sound for alerts and stuff like that.
Can you make your weapon whistle?
Oh, yeah, of course.
What? What kind of a question is that?
Kinder are known for making their weapon whistle. It's
You
quite-
can
is
make
that
your
like a-
weapon whistle, Karen? Oh, I thought you could do anything.
I'm confused. Are we talking about
Ooh.
genitalia here?
No, you spin
Oh.
your weapon so fast it whistles.
Helicopter.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I mean, I don't. You see me fight with a weapon? What do you think that you're talking
weapons
about
are
spinning
his
around?
face.
I'm thinking like a helicopter. Come on.
We are about to eat. Let's not talk about such things.
Oh, right. Eating, yeah. Of
All
course.
right. They line up pies and pies and pies in front of you. Every endurance check is 5 pies. Not yet.
Darn, I bet you 20
But
gold.
after you roll the first one, all you gotta do is click in the chat box and hit the up arrow, and it'll re-enter the macro for you, and you can just hit enter.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Just tell me when.
So, first, as requested, we need some competition music.
My brain says Koromon, but my heart says Firebeard. 20 gold on the
Never discount me, Dawn!
10 gold on Elrod.
Yeah!
Hi, Blaine. Welcome to the D&D session. I do not know why they covered Jaina's cleavage in Hearthstone.
When is it?
Blaine's in chat. Scooter Man.
Hey.
Okay.
But
Key shooting competition. Start. Everybody roll endurance if you're competing.
Endurance.
Endurance?
Yes. It's like Brenda's worst stat.
Yeah.
It's my best.
Oh no!
Oh,
oh, Dor, oh, remember. Look at
Firebeard.
Oh no! Korom episode discovered there's no meat in those.
I think I rolled a one last time that I covered the entire walls of the fucking inn.
That's why I took my card away from him.
Sweet jump.
Oh, that could not have been better.
Oh, I see Firebird's up there. Okay.
Make sure
Thankfully-
that I have the range to hit everyone in front of me.
You
The worst thing Elrod's been covered in.
Cormont, let's just go down the road. Firebeard's just eating these things with nothing. He's eating worse food on the pirate ship. Bretta's kind of like slowly getting through these. Elrod's just kind of like, oh, it's not as bad as the tofu. And then Cormont is like,
Casually.
Cormont takes a bite out of the very first one, and he just starts gagging.
If Koromon is gonna projectile vomit anywhere near the cart, I'm gonna ready an action to burn it with fire.
Thankfully,
God, it's flaming vomit.
thankfully,
Boy,
even
dirty smell.
with the natural one, he still passes the first DC. And
No.
he chokes it back, swallows it down, and he gets through the first 5 pies.
I'm so disappointed.
Roll
Better
another,
the second time.
roll another endurance check.
Go Elrod.
Rolling.
can quite clearly, it came back up and you swallowed it again. Keep going.
Oh, Elrond!
Oh my god!
Damn, Elrond.
He's just like munching. He isn't even like going insane like fast. He's just like, these are so much better than the tofu. I don't hate the tofu, but
So Cormon, after following the initial bout of vomit, you were bubbling up. You start just chowing through pies. Elrod's just nomming on him, and Brenda finally finds her speed there, and it's Firebeard who starts to hate the flavor. But everybody passes this.
Competition has got me going.
Everybody has passed the second check, so everybody has eaten 10 pies.
I tossed Firebeard a bottle of wine.
Elrod already did that when we were back in Westport.
You do have water next to your character as well for drinking, but go ahead, 5 more.
what did Elrod do?
8, 10.
Another one.
Oh.
Oh my god.
40!
Wow.
The first 40 we've rolled?
Dude, this is insane.
It's on quiche! We wasted our first 40 on quiche!
Why can we never
Okay.
crit when we're fighting something?
Cormon's picking up the pace. Firebeard has kind of refound his pace. Bretta's about the same pace. And then Elrod plows through 10 of them.
So sweet.
Elrod, get your hands off my pies. Eat your own, goddammit.
So Elrod has eaten
Faster!
20 while everybody else has eaten 15.
Firebeard, what the hell you doing?
It's so bad.
Next round.
This might have been
I
a
don't
good.
think I don't think Elrod has to roll. I think he gets an immediate buff.
I'll roll anyway.
No, Elrod's got a 5 pie lead on everybody now.
Yeah, so he can lose 1 check and still be.
Oh, that was scary. Let's see, Cormon, Elrod. Oh my gosh. So we'll go from lowest to highest. Bretta, as you're starting to chow through these, you're finally like, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever had. And you decided to make better use of your time and start pocketing the quiches instead of eating them. And you have been eliminated because you're not eating pies anymore. Cormon, you take another bite and you feel that bubbling sensation in your throat again. And as you let it out, Dorn blasts fire across the way to protect the cart. Cormon is out.
Fire shield.
We have Elrod and Firebeard just barely getting through his 5 pies. Like, barely as in tying the DC.
Go ahead.
But Elrod still has the lead, so... unfortunately... Cormon and Bretta did not beat the lowest of the... you beat one of the competitors. So, Firebeard and Elrod. Jesus. 25 and 30 on the pies. You
Vomits now.
roll the next one.
God. Christ,
Oh,
that
he's
one's
hitting
good.
his... He's hitting his stride.
Wow.
Elrod, you picked up the pace and you kept going and going. You tapped out at 30 pies. That next pie just... Oh, it finally hit you.
Don't
As
take one of these home.
Firebeard has hit about 30. And himself. Passing... Oh, no. There's still 2 people in this competition with you. Alright. Firebeard.
Oh, that was almost a 19.
No, it rolled out the 19.
We're so close.
You take that last bite into the next round of quiche, and you just say, fuck it, this isn't worth it, and throw it away. You throw it out. You guys are out of the competition. One human keeps going, finishes his next 5 before tapping out, and then finally the gnome manages to finish 40 before having to tap out. Firebeard,
Come on, pay up.
for finishing in the top 3, you get a month's worth supply of quiche. Yay!
Firebeard's gonna throw it away.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Wants it.
I was 4th.
I
He
give,
didn't want it. I'll
Dorn
take it.
Gonna leave it behind.
4th place receives a gift certificate to the quiche factory.
Factory for these. Well, that's something, I guess.
Firebeard, you want to hit from the flask?
Yes.
And the other 2, unfortunately, don't win anything. Bretta, however, you can add 15 quiche pies to your inventory.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on, Wallace, pay up.
Elrod will also take a few.
I
unlike
paid you.
Burrito.
I paid you. Here
Yeah.
you go.
They let y'all take any remaining pies that are left, which is only a few. So Bretta, on top of the 15 you pocketed, you can take some more if you wish.
And I took 20 gold from my inventory and paid at the door.
All right. Now that that's over with.
That might have been the single most disgusting thing I've seen this week.
Try being in it.
Are you
I don't
including
know.
all the lich corpses?
Cormon. Oil
yes.
halflings.
Damn.
1
I'd
second.
argue that the smell of detritus was worse.
I
Yeah,
don't
but it
know,
grows
I
on you
saw-
after a while.
You have
You
issues.
look at him. He eats like 20 quiches and he starts using the big word.
Oh well, my tummy's full.
Should
I'm
we roll to
surprised
be
Cormon
sick
didn't
after?
break the table since he lost.
Coromon, pick Bretta up, put her on her shoulders. We gotta go back to the boat.
So the problem is Beardfire didn't participate.
Ah, that's
Oh,
it.
I can go with you guys. Yeah.
Cormon,
wait.
Go.
Wait. Before you agree to anything, you need to understand we are literally going to war.
Yeah, so
Are you-
she's my mascot.
Halflings are
Yeah,
not
sounds
pets. You
like
can't just
fun.
abduct them.
Oh, please.
No, you can't just take halflings as
The,
pets.
the
What makes
captain's the captain
Makes it different from a
Kinders
Hydra egg.
and
the captain of the ship said all hands are welcome, but I just want you to understand we are literally going to war.
Hey,
Oh,
bread and
that's
butter,
not
you
an
want to
island.
come party?
oh yeah,
Are
of
you-
course.
Are you going to be
Okay.
battling in Emberwood Island?
Why yes, the elven civilization is under siege by the orcs, as far as I understand.
I was searching for a way to reach there. That I have to return and see if my family is still okay.
You're more than welcome to tag along. But just understand what you're getting into. Well, you clearly have investment in it, and the halfling looks like she's attached to Coromon already. Halfling. Sorry.
He's so tall.
What's her race again, Mist? Keith?
Kinder.
A Kinder.
Kinder.
And the Kinder is already attached to Coromon, so come along
Well,
then. The more
Well,
Welcome
merrier.
to the terrific 10. Wait, no.
Now-
The
Now,
welcome to
now
the
that
oh,
everyone's here,
The Fantastic 11.
Sorry
the
about that, y'all.
fantastic. Ah, that doesn't really
We
work either.
got some news about somebody
We'll come
saying
up
went
with
to
a name eventually.
Don't think of
school.
a name.
Sorry, we just found out some news about somebody Sam went to school with and I worked
News about
with.
what?
Somebody we worked with and Sam went to school with.
Is everything okay?
For us, yeah. Not so much for him.
Ouch. Sorry to hear.
It's alright. But it's not worth talking about on stream,
Gotcha.
so.
why I have everyone here, and I'm sure Dorn's gonna be kind of protective of this. I did manage to get some supplies from the palace.
Oh, excellent. We can add it
Yeah,
to the groceries
real
Coromon
meat.
and I picked up.
Real food, and plenty of essentials.
I
Cormon,
picked up
please don't
plenty
eat
of
everything.
spices. So anything
Coromon makes no promises.
will be delicious.
So did
I'm
you
sorry,
guys?
I can't not hear the old woman from Monty Python. I'm having a really hard time paying attention.
Me?
No, from
No, from Wallace.
Oh. Rat tart, rat pudding, and strawberry tart.
Well, I didn't vote for you anyway.
It's got some rat in it.
Alright, so you guys, from what I overheard on the headset, you guys invited them along.
Yes, Elrond made sure they understood what they were agreeing to. And
Well, Did-
Wait.
did they inform you that they were already part of the
James
airship
is
crew?
cat.
they did not.
Come on, guys, we talked about
I
this.
was already. Well, I was already at my. How come I didn't even see you? Coromon is so huge.
Oh, you're already part of the crew? Oh, well, we're new. We literally signed up yesterday. Well, new as in the group of adventurers that are he holds up his hands for air quotes. The group of adventurers with their name that are tagging along with the army people.
The terrific
That.
10. Oh.
Or 11. Forgetting Aelith again.
I thought we agreed it was going to be Coromon and everyone else.
Or Mom, we're not naming ourselves after you.
Are you just counting your main group, or are you counting all the NPCs you guys have?
The main, we can't.
Okay.
We're not the
There's only
20-tastic.
there's only 6 of y'all. Oh, so wait, 7.
Or
There's 7 of y'all.
including 7 in Elvira would make 8.
Yeah.
Taliban would make 9. Telos would make 10. Elrod's
Okay.
counting Telos and those 3.
And then you have Molly,
Yes.
and then Weasel has 2 more people.
So Elrod's including his
Why don't we
close friends.
call
With all the
ourselves
players, it's
Wanderers-
8.
Wandering warriors.
Wait, it's 9 with
With
what's
all
his name?
with all playable characters, it's 9.
Yeah, 9.
The actual core group is 7.
Doesn't have to
Gotcha.
be related to that.
I'm just letting you know.
We're just being silly.
So, the bells ring to signal midday as the competition table is being cleaned up.
Elrod puts 5 of his quiche into his grocery pile and starts. We should probably get back to the ship, ladies and gentlemen.
Fine by me.
You know, Doran, these quiches could make good target practice for you.
That will help us to entertain ourselves on the way of north.
I decided to keep my month's supply of quiches.
Alright.
I've decided to keep. He picks it up off the dirt and wipes it off.
The,
Picks up the pallet of quiche.
the box of quiche gets added to the cart that Weasel or Wallace has, and you guys make your way back towards the airship.
What?
As
Wait, let's test it out. Ready? Pull.
Firebird throws one in the air.
Roll it, Dorn. There you go.
you hear it scream off in the distance, "My cabbages!"
We should probably
And we're done. I don't think we ever stayed our welcome here.
We should leave now.
And then
It's
quickly,
weird.
let's go. Let's
Yeah.
okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna help with the cart, and he's just gonna go and start.
Bread and butter, why don't you hop back on my shoulder? Let's make
Oh,
some good time.
oh yeah, I will. It's weird. Every city has a cabbage guy.
Do you like that reference, Weasel?
I did.
Yes, I did like the Avatar reference.
Okay, let me jump our newcomers on here.
Well, we just lost Elrond.
I had a hell of a day, Umbra.
Did you? Oh god, I've got too many damn voices to do now.
We'll go counter. We'll go starting at door and counterclockwise.
And go.
Is that so? No, that's
I think I
Elvi. Hold
lit
on.
the cabbage field on fire.
Am I?
But before that, I drank a lot, and I brought some for the group.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds lovely. And she's sitting there. She's literally sitting on the railing right here, just puffing away at one of her cigarettes. No fear of falling off or anything. So, Rix and Britta, there's now. You guys are back on the airship, and I can kind of give you a rundown of everybody else of importance on the ship that you've interacted with before. There's Elvira and Taliba, the 2 redheads on the top. Elvi is a human. Taliba is a 12-year-old child. She's an Altaran. The Altaran is, if you've ever played Legend of Zelda, they are a spin-off of the Gerudo.
She's basically Elrod's niece at this point.
She's a badass. She's a prodigy, too.
She's better at magic than he is.
There is Molly, the halfling, who is a nuisance, and probably love the fact that you are adventurers. She's a pink-haired halfling with a very
Elrod doesn't
keen
think
sense
she's
of smell.
Usually looking for Elrod.
When she gets overexcited, she jumps onto high surfaces and shouts adventure at the top of her lungs.
And then the last one would be this peculiar tiefling up here named who goes by Umbra. She wears dark clothing, dark leather clothing. She's got purplish colored hair and small horns that curl in the front. She's very pale for a tiefling. She's always smoking either like a cigarette or some kind of cigar or something like that. And she's very... Her and Bretta probably get along really well because they're both pickpockets.
Hell yeah.
But she is also one to stir up trouble.
We're gonna have a pickpocketing competition by the time we're done.
Wallace, you return to find Sora and Zalia. Too many damn people. I've been assigned duties of swabbing the deck. Aelith Sora is a dragonborn.
Oh.
She's very... she's a blue-skinned dragonborn, which is rare as it is. Or blue-scaled. Dragonborn tend to be brownish in color. Brownish, reddish sort of thing. They usually have tints of a particular color depending on their lineage upon their scales. She's also very frail. She looks like she's spent a lot of good portion of her life indentured, working as a slave. Although despite her size, she has very nice clothing and stuff on at this point.
Speaking of which, I'm bringing both of them a piece of meat.
Okay, and the other one is Zalia. She is an elf, but she is very different from any elf that you're familiar with, Rick. She's not of your same species of the wild elf. She is what's known as a sand elf. She has various markings on her face, kind of like mini tribal tattoos. She's very, very tan-colored skin. Her ears are just slightly shorter. Her skin tone is like a brownish tan color with dirty blonde hair, and her eyes are brown. Then there is Aelith, who is a gypsy type character. She is a half-elf. And she's off playing in the corner with a couple other musicians, just kind of entertaining the crew.
I meant to ask you,
Yeah.
on the ship, is there anyone that can help me enhance Zalia's powers?
Not necessarily on the ship, but I have something planned, don't worry.
Alright.
Her story is not going to end so abruptly. There are a few druids and stuff on the ship, but that's not going to be really a place that she can learn. If that makes sense. It's a big ship, but it wouldn't be safe to be flinging and practicing magics that she doesn't know upon the ship. Or that she's not as familiar with. But you can certainly introduce her. There's a few other druids on the ship if she wishes to mingle with them.
Yes, I want her to be.
Okay. You guys all get on the ship. You guys are given your cabins and everything that are set in place. And eventually, you're all assigned jobs, various jobs upon the ship. I'm not going to go through the list at the moment because I haven't really made them up. It's just more for the purpose of you have jobs upon the ship as you're traveling.
Yeah,
And
assume it's related to our abilities.
yeah.
Who is Illustrious down at the bottom?
That's the captain.
She's the
You're very familiar with her. She's a Nautarn as well. She stands actually right around Kormon's height. With fiery red hair that falls down to her back. Actually, well, darker red hair. She is a kind of a no-nonsense captain. Despite having a crew full of no-nonsense people. But eventually, you hear the motors of the ship, and I should probably repost the picture of the ship for Molly or not Molly.
Molly's wiggling.
By the way,
That's why I'm distracted.
Sorry.
Wallace is gonna walk over to Elrod and pull out a bottle of wine. Okay. This should go lovely with you. Y'all have a good night. And walk-
It's mid-afternoon, but okay.
You have a good night too.
It's never too early to start the nightlife.
So, Mona and Dan, this is the airship if you look at OOC chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah. So like I said, it's pretty massive.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that big.
It's
So, you guys hear the whirring of the engines and stuff, and eventually the cliff starts to disappear from view.
Oh, Elrod will present Elvira when he catches her, not busy, with the sweetbread cinnamon twist thing he found
Okay.
as a snack.
And we have some
Well,
airship
that's-
music.
Wallace asked Firebeard if he knows any good sailing songs.
So the airship eventually starts taking off into the sky, and it takes a rather abrupt turn east. Let me get my map up. Not for y'all, but for me. And I could design multiple encounters to drag this out over weeks, or we could just kind of go. I kind of like a mixture of the two.
Gertrude can't get us up here.
I mean, as long as there's like arm wrestling competitions and more pie eating.
I have some rolls to make.
Oh, don't worry, there's plenty of pies and stuff. Oh, I need the actual big map this is all based off of, not the little ones.
Oh yeah, we have a month's supply.
Plus
We're
whatever
up for
we
it.
stole.
So,
I
That's
mean-
a normal person's month supply, not Koromon.
Emberwood is actually south, and you guys actually head sort of southeast. Towards kind of the direction of Coralon's temple. But you do make a brief pass over Emberwood Isle. Not too close. You guys can kind of see down below the ravaged land where all the forests once were.
The what?
Let me turn the music down.
Turn it out.
So you guys can see where all the deforestation has happened. The massive land. Mona and Dan, if you actually go into the maps folder, you'll see that there's maps that have been updated. If the very first folder shows the map says when they started the campaign, and then the most recent maps show the world as it is now, and that's only over a period of like 8 months.
Oh, Elrod also has a magic map that shows the world as it is. So in character, if you'd like to bring that up or ask him a question, he has a magic
Well,
map.
I'm sure they'd like to chat with Elrod anyways, for story purposes.
True, we need to get them caught up.
We need to meet some people.
So the afternoon kind of comes along. As you guys
I like how you
continue
wait
to-
till the boat is actually already departed to tell them what's actually going on.
Ah, you're trapped.
Well, technically they're already signed up for the ship anyways. And you guys are met with a light rain as you guys kind of head out over to the sea. It's nothing too
Well,
I'll
distracting.
be in my bunk.
Wallace looks puzzled.
Oh yeah, he doesn't really see rain very often. He's from the
Cold
desert.
rain, Wallace. Elrod calls over from the other side of the ship.
I quite like it.
It's kind of nice when it's not cold. Westport gets snow sometimes. It's awful.
Yes, snow.
Oh, right. Frozen rain, even worse.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Yeah, the first 10 times.
Wallace is from the desert. He has no idea what snow is.
I'll be at my bunk.
So, this is y'all's chance to mingle as characters, and I have
Something tells me Dorn's not gonna do any of his work.
I have an end of session send off for you guys, but I'm going to give you guys a chance to mingle a little bit and introduce the new characters to the story.
In character, Elrod is following Elvira around, again, being helpful, not in the way. But, out of character, if you want to talk to him, you might have to drag him away. This is for everyone, as well as the newcomer.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll walk up to Firebeard and Beardfire. Perception.
Nope.
Okay, and I actually
Jesus.
don't know anyone's name at this point.
No, you
So-
don't. The only name anybody seems to know is Koromon.
Yeah, that's just the way I
He
like it.
keeps shouting his own name.
Speaking of which, where's my dog?
Oh, I'm sorry. You should be able to go in and just drag him out yourself. He's under NPCs. There you go.
Oh no, not there.
Oh, he is a ghost dog. He'll be alright.
So Rix approaches Firebeard and Beardfire.
Yes. So. Fire. Or. You seem knowledgeable of everything that's going on in this ship. You have.
What gave you that impression?
The parrot is like readied itself. It's got one claw raised, one talon raised.
You just won a competition in town. That has to be a remarkable feat of strength.
What competition are you talking about? I don't remember anything.
Surely you jest. It was incredible. I thought I'd almost drown.
Are you calling me a clown? Who the hell are you?
So, anyways, I'm Rix, and this is my links to Nook. I notice you also have a beast. Is your parrot? Does your parrot talk?
Alright. Weird guy.
Oh, he's tiny now.
Yes, because he actually sits on his shoulder. He's not a giant parrot.
Um,
He's not a World of Warcraft parrot.
Actually, he tells me what to do.
He's the real captain of the ship. Let's be honest.
Well, to be fair, you are wearing a captain's
Why
hat.
is Molly moving again?
She's working. Leave her alone.
We're joint captains on my ship. It's a lot more magnificent than this one, I assure you.
So, do you have a? Is it another airship?
Yes. Yes, with cannons.
Uh,
3 times the size.
Firebird.
What is your ship's? What is your ship's name? Oh, forgive me. I haven't even asked you for your name.
Well, that was an
Didn't
old
address the
bluff I
parrot. The
got.
parrot's getting angry.
Yeah, roll bluff. Rick's roll for insight.
Wow.
I don't know if his insight can beat that. Can it? Oh, probably.
I
A 30, I
don't-
mean.
I don't know.
Natural 20.
Do I?
Roll insight. or
Insight.
that's what
To knock rolls inside.
The natural 20 is what does it. So, you kind of, as you're watching him and then talk, and your times back in your noble life and stuff, you've picked up the ways of what people usually do when they're lying. But this man talks and acts and does everything that a pirate does, which is completely foreign to you. So you have this hint that he might not be fully telling the truth, but you're totally not sure.
Depends how much you like a good story.
But wait, when I joined this airship, I remember that Illustri is the captain's ship.
Wait, say it again? I didn't hear that.
When I joined this ship, I remember Illustria is the one that captains this ship.
Yes, this ship. My ship's much more spectacular. 30 cannons and a 200 crew.
200. More like 10. More like 20.
And at night they all turn to skeletons.
Every man is one of 20 men.
Well, if we are traveling to Emberwood Isle, we need all the help we can get. Do you think that ship would be a great help to the war?
Yeah, but my men forgot to mop the deck, so they're
Beautiful.
off doing that.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Exactly the excuse I expect out of him.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
I thought Elrod was trusting.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to get some more info about everyone else. What do you... how many of the people around this ship are we gonna be... are gonna be fighting in this war?
What war?
Oh yeah,
Look, I just follow this group and they just make me money.
Does that mean you are a mercenary for hire?
I'm a pirate.
You're a pirate?
I'm a
What is that?
Did you just ask what a pirate was?
I
I like to think his
am
silence is because he's offended.
I know I don't know a lot about.
You're telling me you haven't heard of Captain Firebeard?
Oh no. Oh no. Terror of the seas.
I'm afraid
And
I'm
his
not.
spectacular
No, hold on,
parrots?
Rex, roll history.
History. Oh god, that is low.
There, I made sounds for you.
You have no idea who Firebeard, the Terror of the Seven Seas, is. I don't think there's even 7 seas on the map, but he's the Terror of the Seven Seas. You have no idea.
I have no idea how many seas there are.
The captain who single-handedly defeated a necromancer and claimed the power.
Single-handedly. I don't even think you were there for that fight. Oh, Sealy.
He was.
Wasn't there for the
Okay.
Great Lich.
Oh,
I was
no,
there
the second one.
I was there for the necromancer.
He was there for definitely there for the second one.
Oh, my bad.
No, he wasn't. He was firing cannons.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he said, single-handedly.
So I know I missed some sessions, but I just blame that on Firebeard being too blackout drunk.
Yes.
That's my go-to.
He just wakes up and he's a hero.
So Rix, as you try to get information out of this dwarf, you get the feeling that he just either is just going to tell you these grand revelous tales about how great he is, and not really anything else. And he seems quite offended that you don't know who he is too.
You should ask the lore boy.
And the parent seems pissed off that you haven't addressed it at all.
Molly.
It's in fact
God damn
it's
it,
it's
Molly.
it's got a
I,
the parent has one talon raised like in anger.
Molly is clearly
Tanook,
very into that
Tanook walks up
swimming.
and approaches the parrot and sniffs it.
Firebeard, how does Beardfire react? Bretta's just running all over the ship. She's doing her work.
Oh yeah, you've done it.
Oh my god, your parrot can speak? I knew it! You are the captain of this ship.
Oh my god.
I think Firebeard's just as confused as as anyone else.
We're gonna come back to that. Bretta, what are you up to? Your task is to make sure all the ballistas are clean and firing it properly, without actually firing the ballistas, because you don't want to waste ammo. Although bolts seem to go missing once a day.
Well, I see Garman in the distance with two other people that I don't know, and I approach them. Here.
Okay.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah. What do you want to check out?
The guy dressed in black leather.
There's not much to check out. He's busy talking to the tiefling, and Corman's just behind him flexing his pecs. Dorn, pay attention to me.
Oh, hi, sir. I just met Corman on there, but I don't know your name. Who are you? I'm Bretta. Sir. Hi.
Dorn.
I tried to grab
Get up
his
here.
coat. His.
I'm sorry, I'm being attacked by a ferret.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Dawn.
Her
name is Greta.
The little one is talking to you.
Hey, down here. I'm talking to you.
He kind of looks down at the tiny little what he appears to think is a hat.
Oh my
Hi.
god.
Hi. My name is Bretta. Yours?
You can call me Dorn. Can I assist you, miss?
Oh yeah, I was wondering. Besides the war, what are you guys going to do? I see so many things here. Haven't been in an Irish ship before. It's so many things to see.
You have
Me
to
either.
What's our
I'm-
greatest mission?
I'm looking for a way home.
Not the best person to ask. We're just supposed to go home.
He's
have
have
no
our
idea.
prisoner. Yeah, we
I feel
actually
like-
just
I
like
feel like
prison
we're-
in prison.
Going to the wrong people.
I'm sorry. It's only making
Why?
it better.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Why do you want to go home? Isn't it exciting to just explore?
Well, I was told that if I apparently kill whatever invasion is up north, they'll give me a ride back to Cliffs.
To where?
Cliffsdale.
Oh.
By the way, Half Pine's doing the Titanic thing.
Good.
Near, far.
No.
That's really cool. And this lady on your right side, who is she?
This is my associate and very, very trusting partner, Umbra.
You're the
Hello,
little
Umbra.
nuisance that's been running around the ship.
Hey, Molly?
No, not Molly. This one, she's sticky fingers.
Oh.
Five
The only
footsteps.
hands that are going to be in my pocket are mine, thank you very much.
Here you go, Weasel.
And Umbra's. Sorry, what?
What the fuck?
It's for the half pint.
He loves how the wind goes straight through.
His fucking ghostly fur.
And yes, I found a recorder version.
Yes.
The best version.
Even better.
Don't mind her. She's really not as bad as she seems.
Well, nice to meet you. I will just, get back to what I was doing. Just be careful. You never know what's out there. Bye. And she walks away very confused.
Thorn is very much confused as well.
Dawn,
I'm pretty sure Firebeard and Dawn are like the worst people to ask about what's going on. 'Cause they're just along for the ride, I feel.
Dawn, the muscled man is flexing at you again.
Oh, he knows.
Oh. Coromon, I didn't actually realize you were standing behind me this entire time.
That made me laugh so much I fucking hit all the buttons on my keyboard and muted myself.
Okay, I can't take any more of this recorder.
What are you doing with your chest?
Getting to the best part.
They appear to be gyrating out of control.
Coromon!
For Dorn and the
Stop
other
hitting on
letters go
Dorn!
Like O and an R and an N. Up 'em.
I'm glad
You hear
Scooter Man
Elrod
is trying to
talk
get around my butt just so he can say touching yourself.
I think I'm impressed. Actually, I didn't know that you
All
could
right.
do that.
Mission successful. Time to go impress someone else.
Hey, lovebirds. Alright, just as he walks by carrying a crate.
And nobody responds to it.
Big oof.
I think Dorn is even more confused than he ever was.
Too confused to speak.
My head is killing me. I need more alcohol. He's going to pull out the bottle of wine that was given to him by Wallace, and he's going to open that shit up immediately.
That reminds me, I'm down to 14 bottles. Getting low.
There we go. There's one that's not as annoying, but I want the music to keep playing because of the dog.
Oh,
It's almost as bad as the night we were playing the saxophone thing for Elrod.
God.
All right, where did the little one run off to? Oh god, it's the same one. It lied to me.
Get punked.
It lied to me.
Quick fire.
Okay. Poor Kovan. Kovan, what are you doing?
Put on,
I'm watching the
put on this
clouds.
instead of
There's
shooting.
one that looks like a dog bone over there. What should I be doing? Do you have a chapel?
Oh
Do you want
god.
me to man the oars? Like, oh wait, we're a magical airship. Like, I think we're good, guys.
It's okay, I actually have boat music.
You know what? I will man the
kidding.
buffet.
Is it boats and hoes?
I call
No.
it hose.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Bretta is scurrying around the ship doing her job. Kinda. Rix and Firebeard seem to be locked in this stalemate of conversation. Aelith is still playing music.
Just love Firebird asks him if he looks like a clown. He just has this giant egg hanging from his beard.
Tony, what the hell is this?
How long until this thing hatches?
You literally
Yes.
just got it.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting tired of it. Is it gonna rip my throat out once it hatches?
Try. Unless you
Oh
convince
my
me that
god,
it's
she
mother.
knows you so well, Jeff.
Yes, she really does.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm- If you guys, honestly, if you guys want story information, you're gonna have to go talk to Elrod.
Yeah, I was.
So, my fine bird, would you allow me to inquire?
All right. I'm gonna interject here because I want to get up for a sec. Would Elvira and Elrod be anywhere close to done with their duties in like the hour they've been chatting?
Yes.
Considering- Okay. They're just kind of sitting
Oh.
sitting in the shadow of the dock right here.
Yeah.
Elvira's probably eating the snack Elrod gave her. They're just kind of like snuggling, not snuggling. With that, I'm gonna be right back. Oh
Yes,
god.
two
Okay.
fathers.
Standing up
In
is hard.
character and out of character. Are we waiting for something?
I'm waiting on y'all to do something.
What do you want us to do? I could.
So,
I'm just chatting to my companions, since we still haven't fully become part of the group. Still on the outskirts.
I'll turn around and get really spooked at
I was-
Gormon behind me.
Alright, so I've,
About to push Molly off the edge if she doesn't quit that shit.
I was locked into a rapturous conversation with this strange captain, but not captain, and weird talking bird.
Yes, of
When-
course.
When I notice a halfling or kinder egg running around the ship. Oh my god! Running around the ship, being very active, but not actually doing anything that I can see.
Yeah, for being the stealthiest character in the group now, she's very noticeable.
And I noticed that she's approached. Elrod's another elf, right? A half elf.
Half elf.
Yes. She's approached another half elf with a very peculiar appearance. So I start to approach him instead as I get distracted,
All right.
which should help. To follow suit. Giving a
Elrod.
last, more threatening glance against the parrot.
Elrod, it seems we have some company.
Wallace walks over to Firebeard.
I think Elrod stepped away for a second.
He did.
Firebeard?
Please
That
tell
same
me you have
walk
some
with-
alcohol in you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You want to go get drunk?
Yes. Please.
Let's go.
Elrod, are you back?
Elrod is never back. Quoth the demon, nevermore.
Wallace just starts pulling out balls of wine and setting them on the ground.
I see Cormon has made his way over to Kovan.
Yeah, I'm making the rounds. I'm doing the impression game.
Hey, bud. How's it going, Muscles? Doing good?
Oh yeah, I know.
It sounds like something's wrong with your voice. Do you have like an apricot stuck in it, or what's?
No, it's the sound you make when you flex really hard.
Oh, are you flexing? Oh,
I mean,
Is he not flexing?
I mean,
I thought
it's
this
very
was just
clear
how
that I'm
you
flexing.
normally
Kovan.
are.
I don't appreciate your
Well,
sarcasm.
no, I just you always seem to look like this. I didn't know if this was like a default setting. I mean, it's good. You always look good and manly and
Everyone's
muscles and-
set your Cormon from flex to kill.
Fine.
Did you get a beard by?
Make sure to flex your buttocks.
Oh.
we start playing cards.
I'm gonna go back
Meanwhile-
to the clouds.
Waiting for Elrod.
I get curious by this little halfling-looking thing who appears to say that she's a kinder, but I know nothing about kinders or anyone really. So I ask her. Well, actually, no. So, what is your name, little lady?
Oh, hi, sir. Oh, you have a nice bed. Can I touch it first?
Why, sure. His name's Tanuk. He's
Oh, Tanak. Okay. I get close to Tanak and just scrub his ears. Oh, so
Oh.
fluffy. Oh my god. Oh, can I grab a mount? I have a mount here. Can I put it in here?
It's all Elrod's fault because I went to go get more booze.
Oh god, did you just pull a mouse out of your bag and give it to the cat? Did I hear that right? I was checking something.
Oh yeah. What's your name, sir? I told you getting also with all the other people. I need to ask their names then. But yeah, what's your name?
my name is Rix. I'm from oh god, where is this? Emberwood Island. I remember.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
And I was lucky enough to be on an adventure or expedition outside of the island when there was an attack on it. But I have to get back because I know that my family is still there, and they're probably part of the war effort. I have to join them.
Oh yeah, I need to get to them. Wow. Well, I just joined because, well, it's going to be so fun, and you will never know how many things you can get on the road. And, well, also I need to return all these things. Give me a moment. Did you say your name was Reese?
My name is Rix. What is your
Oh,
name?
Oh, my name's Brenda. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I have something for you here. Yeah.
You do? What
Yeah.
do you have?
Wait, let me open my bag. Oh yeah, it's a little box. It has your name on it. I don't know what's
Box?
this. Yeah, here, take it.
Hey, wait.
Me-
Why would it have my name on it? I haven't inscribed anything that would leave the island.
I just borrow things. I don't ask names here.
I'm gonna wander over curious.
Mystic, make something up.
It's a box of magical secrets. I'm enthralled by this box and whatever could be inside. I'm gonna sort of crouch over it
Oh my god.
and slowly open it up.
An illusion. What are you hiding?
Oh, he died too? Oh no. Mystic!
What?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I was checking something.
I've given
no.
a mystical box and I'm enthralled by what could be inside.
Oh my
it.
god, quit coming up with random items.
Oh, I'm next.
Oh, it's a box. You open it up, and it's got some pencils in it.
Is there a
Pencils
box
that
in the
you
box?
pencils that you recognize.
Wait, how did these are my inscription tools that I've used since I was a little boy. Where did you get these?
Oh! I don't know. It just came to me. Well, it's so good that you get them back. I wink at him. Oh, well, you also came to talk to this Elrod guy?
Yeah, I've been trying to together we can try to meet all the people around. There's this weird dwarf over there with a parrot. I don't know what he's. I think he's
Oh,
a
that's
captain of some.
Firebeard. It's Firebeard. He's probably drunk. Don't worry about
I just want Elrod to fucking come back.
it. Like, it's Elrod is with Elvira, and you gotta give him a moment. He tends to like really have a singular focus when he's with her.
Firebeard, you heard
just
that.
wait until there's a pause, and he'll. Yeah. No, I was talking about. Oh,
No, Firebeard heard
Oh.
the comment about him. I don't know
Oh,
how he's all the way across the ship, but
ah, he teleported. so, Brita, is it Bretta? Bretta.
Yeah, brother.
bread and butter.
Nice
sir.
to meet you. Hi, I'm Kovan.
Oh, hi, Coven. Nice to meet you too. Give me a moment. Where are you? Oh, they're there.
The animals are overthrowing the ship.
Yeah, can you get a little bit closer? I don't see. Give me a moment. Reese, can you get out of the way? I don't see Coven.
Oh yes.
You can go through other
we could-
your own allies' squares.
Oh god.
Oh, you're
You
stepping
become
on my
what?
toe. Oh, that's my foot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh God, that's the other one. I don't know if I should have met you. Oh, Kovan, you're right behind me. Okay, hi. There's a lot.
I'm back with Spanish Kovan.
Bahamut,
Oh,
help!
oh,
Yeah.
Coven. Does Corman always does that to you?
It's his like new thing recently.
He loves massage.
Oh dear, if you're going to do that, you know there are some.
I'm back.
Oh,
Thank
about
God.
time.
Oh yeah.
I was chatting with him.
So do you have a box for me?
Oh, wait. Let me get this. Oh, here. Yeah.
God, she comes with her own
A
sound
lot of things
effects.
in that bag. Yeah.
Give me a moment. Oh, here.
Fucking spray paint?
Mona's making her own damn sound effects. I like it.
This is wonderful.
I love it.
Here, I have this rock with your name.
A rope?
You got a pet
no,
rock?
no, a rock. Here,
Oh.
take it.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will.
Keep it really well. It will help you sometime in the future.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Come on,
I will.
add rock question mark to your inventory.
I absolutely will. Absolutely. So I'll hold out my hand and say, well, I didn't get you anything, but I'll make a little magical unicorn out of holy fire and just like hold it out to her. and be like, "Here you go," and then it'll disappear with.
Did anyone say anything to Elrod that I missed?
Oh yeah, we're getting to you.
Kovan is distracting them because you're gone.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm back. They're just
Oh,
kind of-
it looks like he's done talking to Elvira. You better catch him while he hasn't.
Oh yeah,
wait.
thank
Oh,
you very
okay.
much.
I'll add embarrassment to this because I was gone. I'm gonna roll a stealth check.
Oh my god, are you putting your pants back on?
Oh no, he was he just withdrew himself because he kind of gave Elvira a little kiss on the cheek as they were chatting.
Everybody standing there saw it.
Oh.
Everybody's passive beats 11.
Hello, everyone. How long have you been standing there?
20 minutes.
Yeah, like 3 conversations and a half.
I'm sorry, you just all faded in with the bustle of the ship. I thought we were alone.
It's
Can I
Oh,
help
sorry.
you?
quiet here.
That's the wrong music to play right there.
Oh no. I'm so glad I failed that.
Yes,
If
thank
I rolled a
God.
20, I would have fucking given myself a minus 20 anyway. So.
Well-
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Wait, the ambient got weird.
Romance 2 years in the making.
Oh. Can I throw stealth?
Yeah, you can roll
Sound,
for
Stole
what?
away.
sounds like the wine.
Oh.
You
Uh,
hide
I'm
behind
going to-
Kuramon.
Yeah, I'm
Actually-
going to hide behind Corman, but still hear what
Actually,
the
now that
elf
you
is going
mention
to
that,
ask.
The bottle's like halfway gone, and it's just sitting on the ground in front of them.
Maybe it's love. Oh, it's me.
This is being played by Aelith and the rest of the band over in the corner.
Aelith, I swear! He says, knowing she can't hear him.
Hey, you, Riz! Yes, you! Speak to him!
Oh yes. Hi. My.
He's gonna withdraw his arm from around Elvira.
PDA.
So,
Apparently, PDA scares Bretta.
I thought we were alone. Apparently, I'm not very perceptive. Can I help you? Yes, you're in. Yes.
Bretta's hiding like she's like clamored at Corman's back and is hiding on his back.
I do believe I heard your name. I'm Elrod. And
Oh,
pleasure to
right.
make your acquaintance. He'll shake your hand.
I could probably kill this music. It's ruining the moment.
I don't have a music playing now. Okay. I returned the handshake a little timidly, and I start to introduce myself. Hi, I joined this airship a while back, and I was on my way to Emberwood Island, and I was hoping you could provide me more details into what's currently going on over there. I'm afraid that my family would still be in danger.
Oh boy. He kind of scratches the back of his head. You'll note that during the handshake, his handshake is firm. Like, firmer than you expected from this wiry, borderline elven frame. Not like what Koromon would do. Like, he didn't shake you up and down, but it was a good handshake. Complicated answer. I'll try to give you the short version.
Yes.
Actually, I could show you. He's going to reach into his, like, a pocket and pull out a magic map. And you've all linked the map already, if I missed.
Yeah.
And it displays the current version of the world with a few curious icons on it that seem to move, a lot of which are concentrated on the ship. The Emberwood Isles appear to be under attack by some sort of orcish invasion, yes. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Yes, I've certainly heard of the stories of that.
Yes. I have reason to believe they are being led by a red orc. And this red orc is one of the, bear with me, Council of Six that we are hunting. You see,
Council of Six?
Yes, as I've said, our group is rather new to this ship. We are not particularly soldiers. Your assessment of us as mercenaries and adventurers is more accurate. But, we've been hunting them as best we can these past... How many months has it been? A year by now?
No, it's been like 8 months.
He's past eight-ish some months. He's kind of struggling to explain it to a stranger, because at least with Wallace they had been acquainted before. And he kind of clears his throat. And they want to take over the world.
They what?
These
Why
council-
would they want to do that? What-
their own gains. This Council of Six appears to be some sort of world-hopping, dimension-traveling. I don't have the right answers for you. They're travelers from other worlds, and they seek to claim our young realm as their own. Apparently, we're special, or worthy of attention at least. And I'll be damned if anyone's going to take my home from me, or my friends. So, we're doing everything we can to stop them. Granted, we had a bit of a hiccup with the necromancer, who was one of them.
Hey, what?
Oh, he points at the map. Above Relwood, the necromancer. This entire giant area of black, that was Temlar, kind of got destroyed by a lich. But we killed the lich.
That's
And
terrible and wonderful at the same time?
Yes, we did our best. And up
You're
here,
welcome.
he points at another gross black splotch on the map. This is where the Illithids have emerged. The some cultists were ripping open interdimensional portals to the far whatever nonsense, disgusting realms of beyond comprehension. And apparently their leader, who was one of the six, has also died. His head was accompanying the lich as some sort of pet. So I have strong reason to believe that this is a game to them. It is simply another chess piece on their vast game of cosmic chess.
Are all these black spots in Emberwood?
No, Emberwood, you will note, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mist, has been largely deforested. A
Yep.
lot of the vast elven cities you might be familiar with have been either overrun, demolished, or left decrepit. Razed.
Oh no, that's terrible.
And in the center
Oh, man, I
of Emberwood was the capital city, and it's completely destroyed.
So
oh,
far,
no,
we have.
Auntie escaped out of there. I know she was traveling there for the part of the Merchants Association.
Who did you say? Sorry, I missed the name.
Oh,
Or your family?
Yes, it was my aunt has been traveling to the capital city in the center. I hope she got out of there.
I certainly hope so too. However, they are but three. We have dealt with three ourselves, one of which I'm going to get this out of the way now. Elvira, should I just tell them now about Taliban? Mist.
Do it!
Mist!
What?
Should
I'm very curious.
You
She's
usually
turned
do this so much on your own. I was just letting you
No,
go.
no, she's just chatting. He's just chatting with Elvira. Should I just get that out of the way and tell them about Taliban now?
Probably.
Okay, don't freak out. Taliba was one of the six, but not on her own volition.
Wait.
Wait, what?
That girl. Wait.
Excuse me. I heard that and get closer. What? She was what?
She was one of these Council of Six that sought to take over the world. But she was seduced by the dark magics, brought in and turned against her own family. We brought her back into the light, and she now travels with us. So consider that the three we've neutralized. That's right, Mist? I'm
Yeah.
not missing.
Uh,
This Red Orc, as I believe he is called, as I've seen in visions, is the fourth we will be dealing with.
He's the fourth, and he apparently deals with celestial magics. That's as much as you've learned.
Yes. The most I know about him is that he calls upon some vast celestial magics, which is odd for an orc.
You also know of the fifth. You don't know his exact location, but you know the fifth is an abjurer.
An abjure?
Yes.
What's that?
He uses abjuration magic.
Oh. The fifth is an abjurer. Is that the woman?
No.
Or is the sixth the woman?
The sixth is a woman.
The fifth is an abjurer. Some sort of magic that insert what abjuration magic does.
It's like defensive magics.
Defensive magic, much like mine.
And then the sixth, you know it's a female, and you know nothing else about it.
We know it's a woman, and we know nothing else. We were deceived for a while on who the red they might be, but we've since rectified that.
How do you plan on finding all of them?
Well, the map has been helpful. Wherever there seems to be destruction sowed, they tend to follow. But, mostly the breadcrumbs that each member leaves behind. The Fey fellow, the cultist leader, he left behind a journal of him bantering with the necromancer. The necromancer left behind his own letters and documents, and the Taliban didn't actually know very much.
No, y'all
I'm
kind of
assuming-
stumbled there on accident.
Huh?
No, y'all just happened to find me because you just came in the wrong fucking place at the wrong time.
Hey, what if your mother sent you different adventurers who just tried to kill you? Tell us, did.
Well, I mean, y'all barely putting up a fight. You think other adventurers would have stopped me?
Barely. We were both very bloody by the end of that.
No, she wasn't.
He's a silly.
No, you weren't. It's hard to bluff to somebody who was actually there.
Come now, give us more credit than that.
Actually, what was happening is Elrod was getting his butt whooped up and down the side of the top of my temple by a 12-year-old girl.
Yes, you are a prodigy.
And as she says that, she's just like swirling a bunch of sand magic in the air.
Not my fault I've never seen your brand of desert magic before.
I guess I was just too much to handle.
He just puts his face in his hand. Yes.
She like quickly splits into multiples and then they all vanish.
Why am I your caretaker now? If anything, I'm your step-uncle. Why aren't you with Telos again? He says it as a joke. He knows why he's not with her. She's not with her.
Because I wasn't there. Jerk.
Yeah, somebody lost him.
He sticks his tongue out at her.
She pulls her scimitar. I'm sorry, she pulls Talos' scimitar from her hip.
Hey, it was a joke. Anyway, consider that 3 neutralized. Taliban is on our side now. He looks at her and says that.
She puts her sword back up. Unless you keep talking like that.
Anyway, no.
Elvira just chuckles.
It is quite a task. I don't know what lies ahead entirely, I'll be completely honest, but I guess I'm technically the only one left from the original group. Many of us have either died, gone missing, or left. Plenty of newcomers, as you've very well made yourselves acquainted with Koroman and the pirate, Firebeard and Beardfire. For love of God, address the parrot as well as Firebeard. Your life will be very much easier.
Oh, that was a pirate.
Yes.
Ah.
He's a, or
Seems
I
very
should say,
interesting character.
he's a reformed businessman now.
That's a bluff check.
Yeah, it is. Roll insight. If you want to. If you want to, you can choose just to believe him.
Everyone's not a
Okay,
good
insight.
liar, but he doesn't seem like the type that would lie either.
What do I have to?
It's a skill.
Insight?
Very curious about. Oh wait, are you rolling?
Actually, what is Bretta's passive insight? Oh, it's my macro is broken. That's lovely. Where's Bretta? Bretta's passive insight is
Don't think it beats an 18.
19.
Shit, still loses.
Still loses.
Rip.
You believe him. Rich's passive insight is ridiculous. By the way, both of you underneath ability scores, there's a senses area that has your passive for insight and perception. That means just being in the area, you pick up on things if their challenge rating is below what you have in that box.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So basically already.
Rix is the new Strugans. He has a passive perception of 31
Oh,
and a
God.
passive insight of 27.
So, Rix, how do you react to Elrod's kind of obvious to you lie?
Well, how could that be? He's only a bird. At least I think he is.
Yeah, the dwarf, friend. The
Oh.
dwarf. Yes, the dwarf the parrot is attached to. Address them both. They,
Well,
okay.
I don't know. He said he was a captain.
Yes, he's a captain of a ship that's not here, and a pirate is now still. Look, he's a noble soul who he may be with us for money, but he's helping us. That's all that matters.
Wallace and Firebeard roll endurance for your drinking.
But
I wonder if Firebeard's gonna take my challenge.
but no.
That is Beard Fire. Is Beard Fire drinking too?
Oh. Well, he was earlier.
The parrot's become like one of those like drinking birds that just dips itself into his mug every like 10 seconds.
You're a farm businessman.
But in all seriousness, I'll let the
Y'all are fine.
I understand you're both probably here for your own reasons, given you're here before us, but you're more than welcome to continue with us, depending on help us with our goal, depending where it goes. We're always looking for more people to help.
You seem like a capable team, especially if you've managed to already subdue half of the force. How many of you are grouped together on this ship?
Many of us? Well, counting us that fought the necromancer, myself, Koromon, Dawn, the pirate, Beardfire, but yeah, pirate, Kovan, of course, and am I missing anyone? Is it 6? That's 6. Oh, and Aelith. Thankfully, she's not
Aelith.
here to him. Forget that. the bar.
Sorry, it's interrupting your
He
thing,
falls
but
off the ship.
Firebeard like stands up, rears back with this tiny cork, and he just chunks it and hits Sora right in the back of the head.
Oh no.
Oh, what was that for?
Crazy bird. See that?
Crazy bird.
Flew right off the side of the ship.
Roll bluff. Oh shit, you're good at bluff.
He is a pirate.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, give me a warning next time, please.
Of course.
That makes
You wanna try again, Firebeard?
that makes 6 of us. 7 counting the parrot. Double or nothing.
8 counting the parrot.
8 counting the parrot. That is my good. He doesn't quite know what to introduce Elvira as.
Then there's me,
Elvira here.
Elvira,
Is it
and she holds out her
Elvira?
hand. She's a human woman with very like fiery red hair. They know a lot of redheads in this group. Fiery red hair.
Taliba, Umbra, they weren't with us with the Lich. They were off dealing with some issues in Halfwood. Correction. Umbra was wherever she was. But Elvira, Taliba, and our friend Molly over there, the pink-haired halfling, we're dealing with an insurrection. Thank you.
A very lively yes.
Cormon, roll dexterity. I'm sorry, roll
She just flies.
perception.
She flaps her arms with such intensity. Adventure!
Pop. From out of nowhere, this tiny little cork kicks you in the side of the cheek.
Tiny what?
Cork. Like the cork of a wine bottle.
Oh, that's not what I heard at all.
Aha!
Yeesh.
But that's the bulk of the group. We have a few recurring faces. Like our thief friend who's also on the ship. I forget it. Elrod says her name, but I forget it already.
Umbra?
Not
Umbra.
Umbra, the
Eliane.
girl from Elthar, Eliane.
Oh god, she's here too.
Yes, she is.
Is there anyone I'm forgetting?
Yeah.
He's on the ship.
Elrod's ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh. And Nivara.
We need more PDA. It can only go well.
She's an Eldrin, like my mother's half of me. Not the best sort to get involved in. Very strange tastes.
Shouldn't you put on your collar again?
Jordan, you went there for that.
No, I was not.
Stop. It wasn't my fault. I was acting
Well,
disordered.
now you guys have some story of what's going on. It is getting late. It is actually past our normal stop time.
Is there any reaction to what I did?
What did you do? It's somewhere in there.
Just for the one more thing for the record.
Oh.
If there's any conversations you'd like to have with Elrod, like hearing the stories or him giving some more detailed lore on a particular thing, just let me know and I can try to address it later.
There's also an IC channel.
Yes, you can address me there too.
Oh, okay.
You can
Always.
RP in there.
I know I know tonight was kind of crazy and I'm kind of a mess right now, so I apologize.
I can't exactly give any information about what's actually going on because my character was forcibly retired.
No,
My GM's.
you chose to have him retire. What is going on down in the corner of the ship?
We were playing quarters.
Brett is flying away.
How many thieves and kleptomaniacs are there on this ship?
At
And
least
how have we not run out of supplies?
at least 4.
Can we make a
At least 3.
Maniac competition? Who's too small?
There's the devil, there's Eliani, and there's Bretta.
Oh, true. For some reason I was counting Aelith. She's not really a thief.
No, she's not. Aelith gives people money.
Yeah.
So, the ship continues flying off. It flies for a couple of days, actually, and you guys approach more and more of Emberwood Island. Your course towards what originally seemed to be Coralon's temple was diverting farther and farther south. As you come upon the mainland, and I'm going to shift this map over here.
Nobody responded. Shame.
Yep, nobody noticed.
I don't know what she said.
That's impressive.
I saw what you were doing. Zoom out.
I think some fireworks to get some attention.
You guys find yourself. Let's use this because it's actually an icon.
All I
Why?
see you doing is drawing ritual circles.
Oh, see, Jet.
What?
Who's getting the bong?
Elrod.
What?
That's where he gets all his magic juju.
You guys approach more and more of the island here, and you're just a little farther off of the map than what you can see where you see the airship. And it's been probably 4 or 5 days at this point, and the ruins and everything are coming into view down below. Everything looks like little ants. You see the various orc colonies and stuff, but what you hear about midday on the 5th day, coming up behind the ship.
It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I can't actually move it because it's all part of the same picture. But coming from the south, having picked up on y'all's path of flight, that is long. Holy cow! Is a massive green dragon.
That means it's friendly.
I wonder if it likes quiche.
Oh, this is poisonous! Kill it!
And that's where tonight's session ends.
Fucking dragons, man. Every time.
Aura,
You should punch that dragon in the face.
you
Punch
didn't.
the dragon in the face.
Throw
you gotta
Kovan
finish
at
our
it.
bet.
Oh,
Don't throw a coal.
Please do.
Elrod, roll perception. -5 because you're being talked to the entire time.
And he's drinking.
And he's...
I'm bonging.
Pow! There's an apple right into your face.
Ow! Who threw that?
Oh, damn it.
Are you okay?
Oh, my nose. No, I've had my nose broken by worse.
What a
I'm
bitch.
fine. Excuse you. Did you throw that apple to one?
Do I look like I would throw an apple at you, Elrod?
Yes. Doesn't even flinch. It's the smirk that gives it away. Who does he
He's-
whisper to?
He's talking
He just stares at you.
Wallace. So,
Oh.
that is where we end tonight's session. That's right, there's combat coming back finally next week. It's only been a month. It should be interesting. How many of you have ranged weapons?
Yes.
I have a
bow.
crossbow with 20 bolts.
I have a bird.
I have a
Spells.
sling.
Throw the bird at him.
Should probably use my spells. That might be a better idea. I can actually use my AoEs without hitting everyone.
We have cannons.
And ballistas.
I really want to see how Coromon goes about this battle.
Something to throw.
It picks up
A
cannons,
makeshift
cannonballs,
weapon
and
like
throws
the
them.
mast or something.
Oh my god.
Detroit smash.
Yeah.
The dragon's gonna
I
fly
mean-
underneath, and Coromon's gonna go jumping after.
I have to hop off stage and spike the dragon.
Can I suplex the dragon?
You, well, just thinking out loud, Firebeard does have 50 feet of rope,
100 feet of rope. Magic rope.
and there's this a pretty sturdy mast.
Oh no, even better, we can lasso the thing's neck and launch Koromon on its back.
Good fucking luck at that. How big is the dragon?
Oh, it's probably an adult.
It's at least an adult.
So it wouldn't fit on this ship.
I mean, it could. It just wouldn't be good for the ship.
I see. Okay.
Well, we already got Coromon for that, so the ship's already in there.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Have a good night.
Koromon is the size of an adult.